co-host,
Corey Coleman.
Yes, sir.
Up.
Oh, man, we're alone this week.
Oh, my God.
It was crazy last week,
it was.
man, having
we were
all those
fucking
guys in
tired as tired can be,
Oh,
with capital
man.
T.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And
Is that what it begins
Leon,
with a capital T? Is that what tired begins with capital T?
To turd. It was turd.
Yeah, man, turd.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it was last week. I'm surprised we got through that.
I know. That was fucking late. I was like looking around just in a dizzy state, wondering what the hell's going on. And then, of course, you know, we had interludes of Leon and his vocal styling.
Leon. Man, people, last week we did our show last week. Let's do this. Welcome to Let's Do This, by
yes.
the way. And we started at like around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we were recording all night. And
we were recording, and then we got into a big ass fucking rant about just some crazy shit.
Oh man,
and that was a whole other show.
Because that was
that was actually the best show.
Wow, I wish we could have recorded that because
Yeah.
we must have went on for about 40 minutes about that one
Yeah.
thing. Somebody said one thing and that just set us off, man.
We would have pissed off a lot of people. It would have made for a great show, but
it would have.
Then again, a lot of people would be kind of clueless about what we were talking about.
It would have been a disaster.
That conversation went on for 2 hours. That was longer than the actual show.
Oh man, yeah, we went on. I mean, it was almost like a therapy session for
It
everybody.
was.
Yeah, we will go. Yeah, man, we were ready to get started. We had Cyrus and Leon there, and man, before we started that show, it was about 12:30 when we were ready to record. When we said, let's get ready.
Okay,
and
then
then somebody brought up something, and then we
yeah.
were just like, "Fuck that, man! God damn it!" And then we just
tempers
went on.
flared, and then we just fucking got on our soapboxes.
All of us, yeah. It was almost like a venting session. Yeah. You know? Fuck that, man.
Imagine Hitler on stage, but there's like 4 different versions of him complaining about 4 different things.
I think I did do that at one point. At one point, I was like,
exactly what we should do. We were planning an attack, how we should take care of the problem, how we should eliminate the problem. Oh, my God.
Man, somebody should put Riddler. Somebody should put Hitler's rants to a beat, man.
Oh my God.
You know, because that fool was going off. I
God.
mean, say what you will about Hitler, he was one of the most evil guys in history that we had. But that motherfucker could rap.
Yeah,
you know,
he
if you
could
look
rap.
at him.
He's very charismatic. He really believed in what he was preaching, and God knows that a lot of people fell for that shit.
You know, because when you see him talk, you think the film is just kind of speeded up because like it's so it's an old film, maybe the frame rate is off. Yeah. That motherfucker was moving that fast.
That is some
like,
fucking passion. A director can only wish they can get that kind of performance out of an actual fictional villain. You know?
Hitler had passion, man. See, I believe in looking at even some of the most vile people in the world for their good traits.
Oh, yeah.
If everybody had the passion that Hitler did, I mean, it was too bad that
a lot of shit would get done.
A lot of shit would happen. It's like if we could just get one person who had that kind of passion for peace,
right.
we'd probably get rid of all nuclear weapons and all kind of shit.
I think the hippies kind of fucked that up though. You know, you saw them what their peace, their version of peace was, and it kind of was ingrained in everybody's head. And I'm like, I don't want to wear no fucking dresses. With goddamn flowers on my head.
Yeah, all that you see, because hippies, you see how they are. All they want to do is smoke,
smelling all over the fucking place.
Eat, you know, they don't want to do shit.
They don't want to shower.
Yeah.
They're fucking too busy drinking Coca-Cola. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Coke and a smile.
Fucking singing with
I'd
candles
like
in their
to buy the world a Coke. You know,
our audience right now has no clue about what we're talking about. They're gonna have to YouTube that shit.
Yeah, they'll find it. And watch, somebody's gonna put up the Coke song. Coke did a song for hippies. One of the most corporate people in the world. They did a song for hippies talking about Coke will bring the world together. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it harmony and make your ass real fat. Rot out your teeth. And hippies, you know, that's what they do. Man, they get on stage. Like if hippies got on stage and talk like Hitler, I mean, when you put a hippie up on a podium, they get up there like, yeah, man. So world peace, and you know, it's like
everybody just needs to calm down.
Yeah, just chill, man. You know,
like learn to know about your aura and spread that aura around, and give it the message of peace.
Your
chi, love. Man, fuck your love.
Fuck your love.
I don't know what it is about just preaching peace, but you automatically just want to fucking get the fuck out of that room.
It's just because you know they don't mean it. Because you know when a hippie's talking that shit, they ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, they're high as a motherfucker. They're on fucking cloud 9, and you're pissed because you're not on that same cloud, and you're like, what the fuck? How come everybody's paying attention to this fucking prick? Yeah. All these girls are fucking making goo-goo eyes at this guy, and I can't even fucking get a fucking digits to take her out to the goddamn cheap ass movies.
Have you noticed today today, girls love hairy, smelly motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many of these fucking hipster bars I've been to, and girl looked like she just walked in with goddamn Bigfoot. You know, Bigfoot wearing some tight jeans and some shades. You know?
Dude,
and an ironic shirt.
Yeah, and it sucks when the girl's like super hot. I mean, I've been around some friends like when they see that shit, they get fucking pissed, and then they start to get vocal.
I get pissed.
What the fuck is she doing with that goddamn Chewbacca looking motherfucker? Like he just walked out of the fucking land of the lost. That fucking Chaka, whatever.
Chaka looking motherfucker, man. Yeah.
What the fuck? He must got a big dick or something. I don't know what the problem is.
Unmotivated.
Fuck her.
Stinking motherfucker. You know, you make you want to go and say, bitch, what's wrong with me? Shit, I'm up here. I exercise every fucking day. I'm trying to look cool and shit. I wear nice clothes.
I shave my balls.
Yeah, I do. I fucking do. I you know what? I'm that considerate.
Yeah.
I am so unhairy that my nuts are fucking smooth.
Exactly.
You know why? Because just in case some bitch has to rub up against them, I'm that considerate.
Exactly. You don't want that shit. Yeah, like what is that? A fucking Brillo pad down there where you gonna do some spring cleaning?
But meanwhile, some fucking chick look like she got the goddamn dating a guy with looks like he got Moses between his legs and shit. Like he's headlocking Moses and shit. You know. Fucking got Moses in a leg lock.
He got buckwheat in the headlock.
Buckwheat, yeah. Shit. Fucking look like a goddamn forest down there.
For some reason, I just got popped an image of buckwheat, like looking up, all surprised with his big old eyes, just popped in my head. I don't know why. I miss that little guy.
Man, I'm gonna have a
We
nightmare.
need to have like a buckwheat resurgence. You know, like about around the I think it was like the late '80s, early '90s. There's a resurgence of Three Stooges, where the Three Stooges, for some reason, all of a sudden, we're starting to get big again.
Yes.
And somebody even made a Three Stooges song about hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo.
You remember? It was doing the curly shuffle.
Doing the curly shuffle, yeah. Doing the curly shuffle. Dun, dun, doing the curly shuffle.
Oh man, that's why chicks don't like us, because we like the Three Stooges. You know those hairy hipster guys are like, oh man, Three Stooges aren't ironic enough for me.
Charlie Chaplin all the way from me. Buster Keaton.
Oh yeah.
He's the one I like.
You know real physical comedians, Buster Keaton, man. Harold Lloyd. Those are the real guys. Get the fuck on out of here with that shit.
Fag. Yeah. Three Stooges all
now,
the way.
You see, if fucking hippies got on stage and talked like Hitler, then we have some shit that I can understand girls going for that. Get a hipster on stage talking about, we need to kill all the people who are killing the seals, take a bat, and I'll butt you upside the fucking head. You want to bat some outside the head? I'll kill you. You know.
That guy needs to bust out with a chainsaw and starts he needs to start dancing around with it like fucking Leatherface.
You know, if a hipster actually are these hippies actually instead of tying themselves to trees so that loggers wouldn't cut them in half, show up with a chainsaw, start cutting loggers in half.
Yeah, right.
Go fucking nuts.
Hey, if they were devoted to the cause, they'd be fucking those trees. They'd be tying themselves around the trees and fucking humping them.
Not tree huggers, tree fuckers.
Tree fuckers.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like a tree fucking. Yeah. Get you through the day.
Man, I'm gonna have some nightmares tonight. Now, you know why? Cause
Make sure there are no Woody Woodpeckers hanging around.
but no, you talking about buckwheat between somebody's legs. I'm gonna have a nightmare, but I'm with the finest girl. I spread her legs apart, and that shit is gonna go poof, and then instead of a vagina, it's buckwheat's head. Okay,
it's just gonna be a big glob of hair, and then all of a sudden, like in a horror
movie,
the eyes are gonna open up, like whoa,
yeah. Hey, Tay.
Like Stanley Kubrick directed that shit.
How you doing? Man, but you buckwheat boy, Eddie Murphy. You know what? This is what we're gonna talk about tonight, man. We're gonna talk about. You know what? We really don't have an agenda, but one of the things I did want to talk about we'll make an agenda. We'll find something. One of the things I want to talk about was Eddie Murphy. Because Eddie Murphy's getting a really bad rap right now for the movie that he's made. Imagine
really?
That.
Why?
I can tell you why. I'm not trying to totally defend Eddie Murphy, but we'll get into it. I found some interesting stuff on I want to talk about aging in Hollywood because man, it's in we got somebody who's single now out there that I want to talk about.
Who?
Well, we'll talk about that.
Is this a celebrity or
it's a celebrity?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I
thought you were talking about a member. I was like, go for it, Corey.
Man, no.
I was like, what? Somebody's single.
I would never throw a member out there like that. You know who's single now?
Guess who's single?
Kent.
He's ready to go. He's ready to get his nerd on. He's gonna put his nerd in you.
Nick Hodges.
Oh, Nicky Poo.
Nicky boy. Oh, but and you know what, man, people, this is gonna be one of those shows where we are just gonna probably just see what happens. We're gonna see where the road takes us because we don't have any real agenda here right now.
Just gonna shoot the shit, hang out like we normally do.
That's what we're doing, man. You know, we don't always have to have an agenda every week. I'm just happy to see you, man.
I'm happy to see you too. You know,
we
were both fucking exhausted and tired, and which is funny because after that trip, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I know it took you a while to get back into the swing of things, but
man,
it took me about 3 days, and then. Of course, I told you about what happened to me. I decided it's very rare that.
Well, let me let people know we got back from. Is it people? We got back from London. You got back from
London. I'm sure they're fucking
sick of hearing that. Yeah,
and
we know
people.
We're not.
But the fucking kids that were hanging out there were all fucking fantastic. And hey, it's people like us. We don't get opportunities like that. It may be our last for all we know until the Amsterdam party.
Happens, yeah.
But it's very cool that people want to waste their time hanging out with us.
Yeah,
so.
and really, I'm still tired, man.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Well, you're tired, fucking. Well, I came back and it's very rare that I take out the co-host mobile, and I took out the co-host mobile out for a little.
You got a little
wheels? Spin.
Yeah. Is that how you get around? You got the co-host mobile.
Yeah. What happens? I get into a fucking wreck.
Oh shit! Well, see.
So
I can see a little skateboard.
That's what my little. Hey, look out! What the hell's a big ass fucking tire?
I know it. You ain't got no insurance, you know.
No.
No, they were mad.
Don't tell them that.
You pull that little piece of paper, print out like a receipt.
But I was
call
dealing
my
with
lawyer.
That. Yeah, I was doing that. So yes, and I had my fake insurance. Thank God for that. That took care of everything. So, but yeah, that did not help. But I have to admit, I was straight head because I swear to God, dude, it took me like 3 days to get my head straight because you just feel like
after a wreck.
Well, no. Before that wreck happened. There are 3 days where if I got into any kind of fucking automobile, even if I was a passenger, that fucking car would have been in a wreck because it was like being drunk the whole time.
Oh, did you like motion sickness or something? Like
no, not motion sickness. Just it felt very strange being being inside a car again because, of course, in Europe, all you're doing is you're riding the metro constantly.
Oh yeah,
and you're fucking, I was floating around like an idiot. My friends are walking around like crazy, like they'd never walked before. I mean. And plus you're in a different environment. You're not in familiar surroundings. So when you come back home, it's like you almost have to readjust to everything.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. I've been to so many places now where mass transit is such a regular thing.
Oh, yeah.
A subway system.
And it's a you talk about the perfect transportation system as far as just a metro. Down. And why we still haven't? Why we're so young as far as not developing a decent transit system yet for a lot of cities.
We got Capital Metro. What you talking about? Metro!
You see those buses, they're always fucking broke down.
Yeah. No, ain't no fucking, they always tell you, like when gas prices are going high, they're like, ride the Metro. And
that.
You know what? I tried that once. I said, I'm going to do my part for the environment. I'm going to save some money. My ass is out there in the hot sun waiting for the bus to come.
And I'm yelling at you, dumbass! You ain't going nowhere.
On that little skateboard. Dumbass!
Ants are fucking traveling fucking more distance than you are.
Yeah, I'm looking at like in Office Space. I see an old guy just walking down the street going faster. I'm like, man, I was like, nah.
And those fucking buses always break down at the fucking bus stop. They never make it anywhere.
You know those fucking bus drivers are like taking a break. They just put that little sign out there. That little sign like for like hazard. Don't bus broken down. Whatever. Those motherfuckers on the phone.
Pulls out his fucking sandwich out of his pocket and just opens up the back of that back of that fucking hood with that small ass engine. That small ass engine fucking powering that big ass fucking bus.
Be funny. No, out the side of the compartment where the engine should be pops out a little martini bar. That dude start mixing a drink and shit. What the fuck you doing, man?
I thought you were gonna tell me that the fucking squirrels in the treadmill in there are fucking taking a lunch break. Fucking the Flintstones fucking bus system.
It's the living.
It's the living. That's right.
Nah, man. But I've been to so many places where they have the subway, our subway-like system. I mean, it's all the subway.
Yeah, it's all.
They call it the tube in London. No, it's a subway. It's a fucking subway. All right, ain't talking about no sandwich either. No, it's like, and it does take a while to get used to doing that because you come back and you got to get into a car and you're thinking like, this is weird. Yeah. I've been walking and riding every place, but you get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
And the more you get used to it, it's like Actually, the more you get used to it, the more you become proud of yourself because you begin to know how to take it.
Yeah.
Like you know where to go. Like no, you. And when I was surprised when I was in London, I was actually able to give directions to somebody who was there. You know, and I couldn't go all around London. Just okay. But they asked me. They asked me what was someplace, and I told them it was right around the corner because I just passed it.
You're like pointing the finger.
Yeah, over there. But no, after a while, you know, and it does. I mean, I think that's what it is. You're not used to being in a car. Right. I remember seeing there was this movie. I forgot what it was, but it was about these two knights who came from the future, and they got into a car and it had what's his name in it, man? From the Professional, Jean Reno.
Jean Reno.
And yeah, he played a knight. He had a little sidekick.
Oh yeah,
And the first thing that happened when they got there was they met this girl, and this girl like, we got to get you out of here. So they got him in a car, and that car took off. And, like they were like, whoa, and they threw up all over the car because they had never gone that fast before. So it's kind of like you're not used to like driving in something that fast. And
shit was like fucking riding in the fucking Enterprise.
Yeah, no, they threw up all over the fucking car. But anyway, people, we got our long intro in there.
Oh,
that was it right there. Hey, you know.
Speaking of intros, I know a lot of people. Last week, it's always that one fucking comment where you read and you're like, okay, is anybody else getting tired of the long, like 20-minute intro as far as the bullshitting session? As far as when we talk about, okay, this is for professional bullshitters.
I read that. I read that one thing.
Don't do this, and then it's like, okay, now with the whole goatee thing, is anybody else tired of the whole goatee thing with them introducing a goat that's not there? And I'm just like, oh well, there's no pleasing everybody. But
no, man,
I don't know. But I was like, you know what? Hey, I can't say. I think at some point maybe we should condense the intro as far as we can just say, hey, we're here to bullshit. We're fucking around.
Oh yeah.
You know, just so we can bullshit more.
Okay, well, hey, you know what? We'll do that. Hey, people.
Let's try it out.
Okay, let's try it out. Let's try it out now.
Let's try it out.
People, this is Let's Do This.
And are you ready, Corey?
No, and as you can see, this is a show where the co-host and I, look, we're just sitting here. We got some beers, you know.
Yeah,
this is the first real robot in history that actually consumes alcohol to keep going.
That's right.
And we just, look, this is what we do. And we don't mind kind of like ranting before we actually get to the intro of the show because this is an idea of what we do.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Yeah, we're just hanging. So, people, you can expect more of what you just heard right there. If you're new to this, that's going to be it. We talk about anything from we talk about anything we want to. We try to keep it like we try to throw some movie stuff in there, some world events, and some things that have happened to us. Yeah, we tell funny stories,
shit that we think we know about, and we just throw it out there. And if it turns out to a decent conversation, it's cool. It happens. If it doesn't, we'll fucking bail on.
You know what's cool about this show is that you never know what one word will take you on a different path.
Yeah, that would be called a tangent, and we go on a lot of them.
But that's what this show is.
It's part of our travels. That's what we do.
I love doing this because we never know how this show is going, what turn it's going to take.
We don't have a checklist of things. We try to sometimes, but that always fails.
Yeah,
we may tell you what we're going to talk about, and we won't even get to fucking a third of it.
Every week I should probably say we will try to talk about. But okay, people. So you know what the show's about. We told you that.
Yeah.
But one thing that will not change, we got to do our battle cry before the show.
Oh no, battle cry.
That's part of
it. That is a staple of the show, and that will forever be part of the show.
Yeah,
if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
That is
time
one
for you to turn off that fucking computer, get your fucking ass back to work, have fun listening to your fucking boss instead of us, and you shut the fuck up. Don't be typing those comments.
Yeah.
Fucking get to work.
Yeah,
all right?
We can't please you with everything.
Exactly. That's what you want in life. That's what you get.
Get your motherfucking ass out of here. You know, hey, move out of here.
Hey,
kicking you in the ass. So
I'll be looking at that chick's tits. Get to work.
So with that said, people, I'm ready. Told you what it's about.
I'm fucking ready.
Well,
hold on. Is everybody ready?
Are they ready?
All right. I got a fucking checklist here, Corey, of these motherfuckers here that need to get ready. Okay, Darth Siskel, fucking Travis Pickle.
Are you ready?
Fucking Joe Hodges.
Are you ready?
Aiden, Paul, Sel, Lenny, Edamonster, Alexander, Ori, Norish, Super Cavi, Little Frank, Pixip, Shaz, Van, EJ, Akil, and Coin Operator. Are all those motherfuckers ready
What
tonight?
about Hex?
And of course, we cannot forget. We saved the best for last on this show.
Hex, are you?
Tally ho!
Hex, are you ready?
Hey, how?
All right then.
Let's do this! Yeah!
Get to the chopper! Please, we can kill it. Benny. They just want the food.
Pushing too many pencils.
We want to know why we chose this song and Get to the Chopper because
This is awesome.
But that. But then somebody sent it to us because when we used to yell, get to the job. We used to yell, let's do this.
Yes.
We would, for some reason, go into this Arnold Schwarzenegger phase.
We do.
We're like, let's do this. Get to the chopper.
Yes.
Ah!
Just like that, yeah.
And somebody gave us a song, and I was just like, you know what? I said, Coach, we should use this song whenever we yell this, and that's where it came from.
And it's the group is Australian death metal.
No,
Austrian
Death Machine. Austrian Death Machine.
Yeah. I can't even remember the fucking album. It's so long ago.
The album is all Arnold Schwarzenegger
It is Arnold
songs.
Schwarzenegger, and it's awesome. You know, I can't say I listen to it all the time, but it's good. There's a few songs that I really dig. But no,
you can't listen to it all the time, but it is funny.
You fucking go crazy, but it is funny. So
no,
yeah.
I went ahead and downloaded the album, Machine, and I love it, man.
Yeah.
Like
people were sending me that fucking album, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, but you know, I honestly like honest to goodness great death metal. So when I heard this, I was like, yeah, I take my death metal very seriously. It's very rare I joke with it, but I heard that I was like, okay, this Get to the Chopper, that's pretty cool, but. Yeah, but no, they're a great band. It's one guy too. It's one guy who.
That's
fucking,
what I heard. He's playing. Is he playing everything?
Yeah, he plays everything. Oh God, he's. I'm trying to think of the band. I actually have one of the CDs that he played. That he's in a group. Fuck, now it's gonna kill me. I'm sure one of the kids out there knows. But yeah, he's actually in a group, and he just did this project for the fun of it. So. But anyway, check it out. It's out there.
No, it's a good album. They got all of them. The names of the titles are all based on Arnold Schwarzenegger catchphrases.
Right,
so,
right.
You know,
and it's kind of sometimes like I'll listen to those songs and it kind of pisses me off because I'm like, you know what? I could do something just real fucking brutal.
Don't get pissed off.
With half
do
of
it.
Those songs. Nah, I don't.
Nah,
want
you
to.
know, see, now there you go.
I'd be ripping off his idea. No, I can't do that.
You know what?
Original.
No, you know what you should
I'll
do?
do a Jean-Claude Van Damme version. That's what I'll
No, you should do it. You love, you know, you should do one based on somebody you really love. And I would love to see a death metal album done on this.
All right.
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee.
Everything starts out with
Herman.
ah!
What? I'm listening to reason.
Yeah, that's what it can start. You're like, I'm listening to reason.
I'm trying to use the phone. I'm trying to use the phone. And then have fucking Paulie the pterodactyl come in and do it solo. Pee-wee, listen to this good shit. I'm not sure that's how he talks. And then fucking Zombie comes in.
The secret word for today is ah.
And an instrumental with fucking Zombie. Mecca lecca ha, mecca honey ho.
A Pee Wee Herman death metal
album.
I would buy that shit
it
2 times
will fucking
over.
happen.
All right, cool.
Now I just got to get the rights to all that shit.
I hate to do this, but I have to, and I'm not doing this because
what's going on?
I'm taking my headphones off now.
Okay.
I'm not doing this because I want to. If you heard the show last night, I have to do this. We're sweating a little bit.
Yeah.
I have a new tattoo.
Goddamn. Showing off, motherfucker.
Man, I got it, man.
Sorry.
It's
yes. This tattoo I just got. Oh, the pain. Oh.
I'm like Will Ferrell in what you call it?
All his movies?
Every one of his movies, yeah. No, what was that one? He's a news guy.
Anchorman.
Anchorman, yeah. He's an anchorman.
Yeah.
It's like, I've done so many bicep curls. The burn. I think I did 1,000.
I just thought you were doing a Matthew McConaughey. I was like, God damn it.
No, I don't smell like shit enough to like be Matthew McConaughey right now. And I don't believe this.
What?
Somebody told me that Matthew McConaughey. I was talking about how, you know, he's an attractive guy.
Yeah.
And I envied him because he was able to like get work because he's just so good looking. All these women love him. And some girl told me, she's like, you know what? I would never want to be with Matthew McConaughey because I saw him in close. He's nothing but a hippie who smells like piss. I was like, damn.
Bullshit.
I was like,
fucking
and
lying
that's
out
what
of her fucking ass.
And that's what I thought. I was like, if he actually talked to you and said, hey, let's go back and play some bongos naked in my place, you'd be like, okay.
Fuck yeah. Oh, here, let me take off my panties.
Yeah.
Before I go.
I want to stink too.
I'm a lady.
Yeah, bullshit. You know?
Shut
never
up.
believe what you was talking about. No, bullshit.
You girls are worse than guys sometimes, God damn it. Trying to pull that bullshit on me.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. Quit
I've
fucking
seen
lying.
it all.
Yeah, you're just fucking lying. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, girls lie to survive.
You know, exactly. That'd be me talking
It's a survival tactic. And, it's funny when they do lie because you can't lie to a liar.
Oh, tell me about
Girls
it.
will never learn.
I've been turned down from chicks and said, you know what, I use that same shit on somebody else. I know you don't want to talk to me. Good night.
I know. I'm always like, oh yeah, really? Oh great. Hey, no problem. No worries.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later.
You can tell a girl when she's like, excuse me, I'm gonna be back. I gotta talk to my friend. Bitch, you ain't coming back. Get the fuck out of here.
You know what? Well, I may be here. I don't know. I got some things going on.
I gotta talk to my friends. I'll be back.
Oh, cool. No, talk to your friends. No, have a good time.
Shit. I just started saying, man, I remember I was trying to talk to this one girl one time, and she was being cool with me.
Yeah.
But we weren't really, and she was the one that was calling saying, let's hang out and shit. Now, I saw her, and there was this older guy who was coming around, and he was like saying things like, what happened? She stood him up on one thing, and then he's like, "Well, I finally got tickets to go to some show, and not even like a concert. It was like some play or something that he thought she was like." And he was like, "So I finally got tickets," and she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go to that." And you could tell the guy was getting it for it because he liked her, and she was just stringing his ass along. And looking at her just then, I was just like, you know what? Yeah. I said, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And she's like, what? I was like, well, you think I'm fucking talking to you for my health? I know. I'm not talking to you because I want to be your friend.
Someday in the future, I see us fucking, or at least me fucking you.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I got enough fucking friends.
Man, you took the word right out of my mouth. I was like, I got enough friends.
Yeah.
I don't need we could be friends, but we got to be fucking. I'm like, at some point.
Look, woman, you're just another number. I'm playing a game. Connect 4.
Yahtzee. Yeah. What do you say? Monopoly on that ass.
I sunk your battleship.
Pretty clever, sis. It really gets me how some girls think you really want to fall for that shit. Like they know that you're into them, and they want to pull that shit. It's like, oh, I thought we were friends. Bitch, you know I wasn't trying to be your friend. And I gave up on that. Girls, let me tell you something. There's some girls I would talk to and I'd be cool with because, you got to be cool with people. You got to be nice to them. You can't go around being a dick.
There's some girls that are just really cool, and you're just like, hey, I like hanging out. I love talking to you. You're cool.
But for the most part, really, if I'm talking to a girl, I kind of get bored after a while. I'm tired of it. Some girl, not all, but some. And I'm at the point now.
You can only graze in the pasture for so long.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to do that friend shit with girls anymore. Fuck you. You know when I'm trying to do something. It's like if it's sincere and we're friends,
nobody listens to me. You listen. That's my fucking problem. I'm listening too much instead of fucking. Shut up. Get out of here. Go talk to your mother.
Yeah. And girls, you know what? We seem like assholes. I don't know about the coast. I'm not joking. No. I'm not joking.
I'm all jokes.
I'm not joking. You should have seen that girl. And it really bugs me when the girl looks at you like, what happened? You're like, you know what the fuck? Because she was looking at me like, well, what do you mean? You know what the fuck I mean?
Yeah. What happened? Well, hey, you're going to have plenty of time all by yourself to figure that out. So good luck to you.
Yeah, shit.
Don't call me when you find out.
Yeah, you want me to be like, this apple's come up? Hey, I got tickets for a show. Are you going to go? And, leave with blue balls and shit.
I have to tell you a quick story, Corey. Quick story.
Yeah.
I used to go to this bar with a buddy of mine, right? I used to fuck around, play pool, the guy, showing off my skills. I'm a robot. I can do that. There was this girl that used to come in, right? She was almost like a regular, which was kind of sad, in a bar scene. But basically, I started talking to her, took a liking to her, and I was like, hey, next time you're in here, let's go to the bar, hang out. When you got some free time, we'll go. So we go to the bar, right? We go to the bar, I'm hanging out. We're at a table. It's me and her. She's talking to a robot. Figure that's just cool enough. But then I know she's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, all right. So I see her go to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom. And then she walks out. And I'm sitting there, drinking by myself. And there's a table full of these guys that fucking look like like fucking the Padre Island posse. Fucking these guys, they just got back from fucking around, drinking all that. Yeah, y'all big fucking muscle bound.
Yeah.
Just dopes. So she goes to the table because she knows a couple of guys, and she sits down and she starts hanging out with them. And I'm fucking sitting there like a shithead, like going, what? And then a buddy of mine comes up to the table. a guy who was also there, who kind of talks to those guys. He comes up to the table and he's like, "Hey, dude, fuck that girl, dude. Forget about that girl. She I hate to tell you, she ain't coming back here." And I was like, "Hey, I ain't worried about that. We're not together. I don't give a fuck." And so I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna drink my beer." It's like, "Hey, I'll drink." My buddy was like, "I'll drink with you." So I'm gonna drink my beer. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. So of course I leave. I say, "That girl is dead. That girl is dead to me. She is fucking dead." What happens? I come back to the bar. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm having a good old time. What happens? She wants to come and talk to me. And I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm hanging out. She's like, "Hey, what's going on? So what you doing tonight?" Nothing. And she wants to start small talk. And I end everything with just one sentence. "No, I ain't got time. I'm busy." And after that, dude, this fucking chick stalked me like a motherfucker. She stalked me at every fucking bar. She would go out of her way to find out where I was going to be. Stalking my ass like you would not believe. And she even told a buddy of mine. She told two buddies of mine that she would have these insane sex dreams about me and her.
Did y'all ever
and
hook up?
that how no.
Oh man.
No. I got standards, Corey. Now. Granted, there's a couple nights where I'm like, "Fuck, I had to call this. I call this dope." But the thing is, she started sleeping around with this group of guys that I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Where she was sleeping with, like, she ended up sleeping with like 4 of these guys in this group of people I knew.
Christ.
She fucking just whored herself out, but
on the same night.
But at the same time, it might as well have been. But I tell you what, but every night I just never paid attention to it. She was still fucking all over my robot dick, and I swear to God, she kept on telling my friend, how come co-host doesn't want to? How come he?
See, that's a bitch that's used to people giving her attention. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't, and I didn't care. But you know what? I felt a sense of power because I had something that she wanted and she never got it. And I always, the biggest victory to me was that look in her eye when she knew she fucked up. She made a fatal mistake and she fucking paid for it dearly.
She's in a ditch somewhere right now.
And then she fucking jumped off a bridge and she fucking in fucking hell right now.
She's dead right now.
Singing my praises now.
Like you got her buried somewhere.
No, I was cool. I eventually became cool. But I actually felt bad for her. I was like, man, this chick, she's looking for something, but she's crazy.
That's a girl.
I can't. After I know, if I know people that have just had their way with you, I don't want none of that. What?
It's sad, man. It really. I mean, look, guys, girls, we're not stupid. All right, we know guys. A lot of the reason why girls do what they do is because they know they get dogged around by guys.
Yeah,
I know that. I know that. But
like I said, I felt bad for her. I felt really bad for her.
But you know what, man? I mean, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not the kind of person. Look, I'm not as bad as people think I am on the site. It's all a joke and shit. But I've done some shit, and it's all because I remember. I mean, some of it was my fault, and some of it was not. But I remember like talking to girls. Man, girls can be fucking cruel too, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember girls telling me when I was younger, like, I don't want you. It's just being mean about shit.
Right.
Using me, taking advantage of me for money and shit. Look, I ain't the kind of person that's ever gonna go out and just be like. You hear about those. See, I know it's scary now because you hear about those guys who go out and rape women and kill women because they were mistreated and they had all this built up anger about women. That's not me, man. It's not. It's not
I
me.
hope not.
No, it ain't me at all.
I don't want to call the cops on court. That ain't right. Now there's a certain line where you just go nuts and.
Well, look, you know what you do? This is what you do. You don't go out and kill women. You don't go out and beat women. You don't go out like and have this thing of being like, I got to be powerful over women, so I got to be physically abusive towards them and all kind of shit. That's a coward that does that shit. You know what you do?
It's fucking crazy.
You get some self-confidence, you start looking nice, and then you go out there and you be controlling your own fucking destiny.
That's true.
And you get all these fucking women out there who, you got some who will be cool and you got some who will take advantage of you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, some of the coolest people I know are women. I have a lot of women friends. Corey, you know this. You've seen them. And they are my friends for a reason because you know what? They don't. The one thing about they have a lot of respect for themselves. Number one, they're very bright, and they know when it's cool just to hang out and not when they're not looking for free drinks at the bar. They're just hanging out with their friends. There's something cool about that. It's like you don't have to put on an act, and if you do. They kind of like my friends with when guys go up to them, they try to put on the whole, hey, I'm a badass, check me out. They kind of just like, okay, so, all All right. Well, what else you got? What else you got to offer me?
The girls who are down to earth, just like guys, look, you can't help but be cool with them. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? You can't expect to fuck every girl you see. You can't expect to date every girl you see. And people are people. If you're a cool person, you will have some females who are friends. You know, it's just all around being a cool person. Right. But I just don't like those girls who want to be friends with a guy. If you establish right then and there, like, okay, we are friends. It ain't gonna go anywhere besides that.
Right.
And chances are, I might say that's cool. I might say, you know what? Well, I don't really need to be around. But I'll do it nicely. But I can't stand those girls who sit around and they know that a guy's into them, and then they just sit up there and milk that shit for what it's worth. Yeah. Mainly, they just like to be doted on by these guys, and then maybe it'll be stepped up to, I can get a few drinks or some dinner out of this. I think I knew a friend of yours who used to hang around girls who did that shit all the time. I even told him, man, like, keep those bitches away from me. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know who you're talking about.
It was always a fucking different girl. It was about 4 different girls I know who were doing him like this. I'm like, man, why you doing that, man?
And it sucks because, being his friend, I'm looking out for the fucking guy, and I see these fucking girls treat him like that, and then those fucking girls would come up to me, and they say, hey, I'm really into you. And I'm like, well, I ain't into you because that's my buddy over there you're fucking with, So I'm not interested in what you're selling. And oh boy, but the thing is, that would make them more persistent. And I'm just like, no, you do start to see, when you notice that somebody can't get what they want, you see really quick how vulnerable they are to just how they're treated, just the things around them. And you're like, wow, I tell this girl no, and she drops her guard. Like, she turns into that insecure person that she really is. Yeah, and you're like, man, you know what? God, it sucks that you're at the age that you are, and you just never learned that shit in high school. I guess to just have some respect for yourself and fucking not to use people. But some people don't learn that lesson.
Some people don't learn. But
but people like me, I'm willing to teach them. If they,
you gonna find out.
You gonna find out real quick.
Sooner or later. You better recognize.
Now, unless you're Megan Fox or something, that's another story.
Oh, we're gonna get on that in a minute. But people, let me before we part here. No ill will against women. We're not we're not two angry guys here. We're not an angry guy and a robot with a male personality who are angry. We're not angry like that. But look, we're gonna call you on your shit.
Right. And they always do. Yeah. I mean, it happens to everyone. Guys, we could fucking replace the word woman with a fucking man, and it's the same bullshit.
But you just hear like guys, I was like, oh, guys are dogs. Like, you know what? No, women full of shit too. Everybody's full of shit. Everybody's out to get theirs. You better get yours.
No, we are in a day and age where I think I was telling a group of buddies this the other day. I was like, man, women are fucking coming to the forefront and are almost becoming the fucking men of this generation.
You got guys
they're fucking there are plenty of guys that are fucking acting like chicks these days.
You got guys running out the bullet,
crying and shit. Wearing their fucking hearts on their sleeves, and I'm like, man, what happened to the good old days where men were fucking men?
Yeah.
We used to run around with fucking guns in holsters.
Exactly.
What the fuck happened? Now we're fucking riding around the fucking prairie with a fucking bonnet on, fucking looking goddamn apron on,
looking like Chewbacca, wearing tight jeans that are too tight and smelling like shit,
looking like Swiss Miss.
Yeah, what happened to the days when James Cagney? You could be like James Cagney and take a grapefruit and put it in that bitch's face. Shut up! We don't go that far.
Even though I can tell you 2 stories of a girl I know who got a fucking pancake in her face because that bitch did not know when to shut the fuck up. She was on a negative trip, as we say in the urban jungle, and this girl was just yapping away, and the guy she was with, he was like, oh fuck. And there was this couple that was sitting at a table. I think they were at Denny's, and they were just sitting at a table, and she was just being just a bitch. I don't know I can't remember what she was talking about, but it pissed off the people who were there. The couple that was in front, and one of the guys just grabbed a pancake and just fucking put it in her face. There's a pancake in the face incident, but the greatest story I've ever heard.
I gotta hear this.
Okay. Check this out, buddy.
The greatest story ever told.
This buddy of mine, he told me this, and the way he described it, I was like, wow, this shit really happened. I believe this. I believe this shit. A group of friends were hanging out. They were all getting high, fucking drinking like crazy, and it was about a table full of people, a bunch of kids. This one girl started yapping. She was kind of like a mall kid, where she's like, "Oh, for real? Like seriously? Like she's a girl running out to go by Twilight opening night, and she's just yapping the fuck away." And she's like, "Oh, really?" And apparently people were getting annoyed because apparently she was just annoying. She wouldn't shut up. People were trying to talk. She was talking over them. She was just kind of being insulting. Mm-hmm. And there was this one guy there, right? This one guy. He's like a punk kid. He was fucking just looking at this chick apparently. And he was at the opposite end of the table. This chick is yapping her mouth. He gets up. He walks around. Nobody's really paying attention to him. And this girl's yapping away. And then all of a sudden, she's like, huh? The guy is right behind her. He fucking unzipped his fucking pants, whipped out his fucking penis, and fucking started pissing in the back of her head.
What?
Took a fucking piss on the back of her fucking head. And she was like, what's it? She turned around and everyone at the table freaked out. Everyone's like, oh shit. She fucking like, oh my God. She ran apparently to the bathroom. She locked the door and she turned on the shower and then she fucking closed the door, ran out.
And came out and shut her fucking mouth.
And this guy did not give, my buddy said this guy looked like, one of those drag rats.
Who just didn't give a fuck.
They're fucking wearing.
Ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, they got their fucking blue jean jacket on with goddamn pins all up with a fucking mohawk. Just did not
waiting for the
give
moment to do some shit. Yeah,
just waiting. Yeah, this is like he's built his whole life around this one moment to do something like this, to piss in the fucking face of everything he hates. And
that was it. That was the epitome. Yeah, shit. I wish I could have been there,
dude. And my friend was like, it is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. I mean, I couldn't write this story. I mean, it was insane. The guy fucking pissed on this fucking chick in front of everyone. He just did not care.
A golden shower.
Yeah, right. I think one guy was like, "Hey man, that ain't cool."
And then he pissed on him. And then he took a shit on. And then he took a shit on that guy.
He took a shit at that guy. Yeah, that guy got an earful. That guy got an earful of shit.
Yeah, well, I've been baking up some turds for you.
After dinner mint for your ass. Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, nobody talking to you. Trying to be all chivalrous and shit.
Anyway,
shut the fuck up.
Treat people right. Don't they
want to treat. Yeah. You know something? Yeah, I got to use that one day. Just somebody.
When
somebody
saying, piss on somebody's head.
Somebody just saying something I don't like it. Just excuse me. Get up and just.
I got a lot of people on my fucking
your piss list.
Yeah.
And you know what I want? Oh wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to a show tonight. Now I'm gonna do this on the air, people. Greg, what's up?
Oh, it's Greg from Leog?
No, ain't that Greg? Oh. No, it's Brian's friend Greg. Greg, has the show started? What time does the show start? Who am I seeing? Senegold?
Boys to Men. Hey man, you coming to the Heart Show?
Oh fuck, man! So it already started. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I had to record. I didn't know it started that early. So yeah. But if you hanging out at 10:30, I'll probably give you a call. Maybe we're gonna get a beer or something. All right, I'll call you afterwards. Okay, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.
Skedaddle.
Oh, that's my friend Greg. You remember little Brian from Real Deal? It's his friend. He's like promoting.
Oh, yeah.
He promotes shows.
That dude, yeah.
And so he's got me into a lot of shows, man. And I was supposed to see somebody called Senegal tonight.
What is it, like DJ shit?
No, it was like he said the chick is like MIA.
Is like MIA? Oh.
Yeah, whatever that means. It's like a MIA ripoff or something. Yeah. I don't know. Now watch all these people going like, you don't know who fucking Senegal is? Get the fuck out of here.
Is that what he told you?
Yeah, that's what he described it as. He's like,
it's like no.
She's like MIA, and I was like, okay, well, why can't we just go see MIA? Well, call me when MIA is playing. I don't want to see a MIA ripoff. Yeah. But I don't know. The chick might be
I wouldn't go see GoBots the movie either. I see the real shit.
I want to see Transformers.
Even though at this point, GoBots may be a better film if they ever decide to make that.
Might be, yeah. But nah, man. Anyway, so here's a test right here, and I'm gonna get off this subject here. Yeah. If a girl comes up to you and says, "Buy me a drink," here's the real test. You say, "You know what? you buy me a drink. And then, you know what, if things are cool, I'll buy you the rest of the drinks for the night. Because I got to see how sincere this shit is. I want to know if you just out for a drink or if you into me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Usually I just get them a glass of water. Here's your drink.
Throw it in their face.
Yeah.
Spoosh.
Here you go.
Drink up.
That's plain where that came from. Straight from the toilet into your face.
On the rocks.
Yeah. Toilet water is better than tap water. I've read that.
So, some man, you know, speaking of people who are single and bachelorettes and girls and
goyles
and Megan Fox. Megan Fox is single now.
Man, this keeps going back and forth with that chick, but fucking hey, yeah, you want to keep your fucking career afloat? Yeah, stay single. It's a smart thing to do. Don't fucking get married, because once you do that, fucking nobody gives a fuck about you no more. Yeah. You might as well sign your death warrant. You're dead. Nobody cares.
Yeah, unless you're Angelina Jolie, you know, who gives.
But she ain't even making movies.
Her marriage has made her career. No. I married Brad Pitt. I'm in the news every fucking week. You know,
hanging out with fucking Benjamin Button over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I saw that this week. Oh man, you talk about the depressing fucking part of that movie is the very end. I'm like, oh man, that's a shitty way.
Yeah, people haven't seen it. I'll go off for about 30 seconds, but pretty much. It's a cool twist on it. I mean, in the movie, you predict. Oh, here you go. You predict what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, but you just know. Yeah.
Who's the chick in that movie, man? Who's that broad?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. Yeah, Kate Blanchett. They Benjamin Button. Brad Pitt starts out. He's born like an old guy.
Man.
He's an infant. Yeah, he's like an infant with an old man's face.
Yeah.
And Kate Blanchett, he befriends her when she's a child, and you know they're gonna meet midway in their life when they match together.
Because you know what? I looked at the poster. Yeah, they're together.
Yeah, they're together. Yeah, what the fuck? There's no big twist there. It's like, but it's kind of cool. Now the movie's a ripoff of Forrest Gump, and it's written by the same guy who wrote Forrest Gump. So the movie's a template of Forrest Gump.
It's based on a short story. I think it was a kid's story.
No, it wasn't. It was I think. Actually, F. Scott Fitzgerald,
which it was adapted from his short story.
But I don't know if it was a kid's story though.
That's what somebody told me, but
maybe
it was.
I never read it. I never read it. I'm sorry.
Which I mean, it has. The only thing it has in common with that story is just the whole aging process. Like,
because the other part of it is Forrest Gump. I'm sorry, one guy tried to say it's not Forrest Gump. I'm sorry, man. As far as he meets
to some extent, as far as the female,
the thing is he meets all these different characters. There's all these little different points in history.
Right.
Instead of a feather for Forrest Gump, it's a hummingbird.
Yeah.
You know,
it did definitely feel like a Forrest Gump.
I mean, the guy has a disability, and Forrest Gump is a mental disability. Right. This guy, he just happens to has an aging disability. It's reversed.
Right.
So in the movie, it's really cool to see, though. I mean, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, don't tell me it's not Forrest Gump. But it's but at the end of the movie, Kate Blanchett, she becomes old. And she pretty much has to watch this infant die in her arms. But you know, it's not that depressing because I mean, the guy.
Spoiler alert! Sorry.
He lived. I mean, think about it. He lived a great life.
Yeah.
And he died an infant. I mean, he died in his sleep as an infant.
It got depressing to me at the one shot that just like, I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. It was the scene where she's walking down the sidewalk
and she's carrying the little kid,
she's walking the little toddler, and she like gives him a little kiss, and oh my god, I know, like, oh god, this sucks, man. Make it stop.
You know what's more depressing to me is like Kate Blanchett is holding this infant in her arms, and to me, she's got to be thinking, I fucked this baby at one time.
Well, sure, she doesn't think I fucked this baby.
I fucked this baby at one. I mean, sure, he was
an old lady too. So
yeah, you know, even worse. It's like I'm an old woman. I fucked this baby.
Oh my god. Well, it's funny because in the story, in the actual story, the Benjamin Button character actually just loses interest in the girl because she's getting old, which that made perfect sense.
And how old is he?
To me.
9?
No, I mean, I think around like his 30s or 40s. It's just she starts to age, and of course, and I was like, that was the most realistic aspect of that. When I read the synopsis, where she fucking she's getting old, and he was just like, sorry, I got to move on. I don't have nothing. You're just not. You're not doing it for me anymore.
That's depressing, man.
But I was like, that's very realistic.
It is, but that's depressing,
the thing is,
man.
it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. But the thing is, like the guy, they do have a kid, but it's a boy. And he basically his son ends up having to take care of him. So the son has to deal with the fact that his father is pretty much close to the same age as him. So there's a point when the son actually starts to tell his dad, is like, look, when we're around fucking people, call me uncle. And of course, the father's like, no, fuck that. I ain't calling you uncle. You're my son. It's like, yeah, but when people are around, it's kind of fucking stupid. You know?
Well, it's not even people are stupid. It's like, how are you going to be able to process that?
You know what I mean? Exactly.
People, you gonna tell people, oh, my this is my son here, and I'm aging backwards. We go, what the fuck?
I know. I was surprised throughout the whole movie, like scientists were like just studying that kid. Like I was like, did anybody bother to? I thought that was the only part of the film that I was like, okay, well, I guess they just decided it would turn into a whole nother movie. Yeah, and it's a fable, and you don't want to get to. I was like, wow, everybody knows that this guy is kind of aging backwards. I mean,
if it's
every
real,
fucking scientist,
you would never see that motherfucker again.
Yeah, it'd be a whole nother. It'd be the Truman Show.
Yeah, no, he would be locked. It'd be like Monsters versus Aliens. He'd be locked in a compartment in the government, and you would never see that fucker again.
Yeah, it's in the movie.
He'd be lucky if they didn't dissect his ass when he got to a certain age. Here, drink this Kool-Aid right here. You know, that motherfucker just die. All right, cut him up.
Shit.
Let's see what this is all about. In the name of science.
But it's good. It's a good flick. I liked it. Yeah.
No, but I'm looking at like I was looking in the. First of all, Megan Fox, I'm gonna put my bid in. I just saying, Megan Fox is look, you never know what'll happen. I'm gonna put it in there. Mm-hmm. I'm here talking to Tyrese about that. I was like, Tyrese, did you ever try to get with that girl on the set? Mm-hmm. You're like, oh no, man, I couldn't do it. I mean, no bullshit. No bullshit.
No, the only thing is like everybody on that fucking set was thinking the same fucking thing. Like, oh, if only it were me. If only I were the chosen one.
I want to say, brother, you got turned down. She probably probably told him. Yeah. You know what? I'm not in the black guys.
That must, for a serious actor, that probably must have been the most annoying set to be on, where everyone's trying to fucking joke with Megan Fox and fucking everybody. And you, being the dumbass that you are, trying to be professional about your job, all you can do is look over and see everybody joking with her, and you're just thinking, God, I wish that was me right now. Instead of me trying to fucking act like I give a shit about talking to a goddamn giant robot right now. Fucking Michael Bay giving me direction.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, I don't get to act with a co-actress, fine ass co. I'm sitting here talking to a goddamn tennis ball, pretending like it's a robot half the time. God damn, yeah. I was like, nah, man. Nah, Negro, quit lying. Shit, she told you no is what happened. All right.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Megan, no. All right. Girl, call me sometime.
That Coca-Cola smile didn't work with me.
No, not with her. Tyrese Gibson, he's a handsome, hot motherfucker, all right? But Megan Fox, she's hotter.
She's hotter.
She's gonna know, all right? And I ain't talking about Tyrese like I want to fuck him. I can tell when guys, I can tell you when guys, I can tell you when guys are handsome. I know you when guys got it going on. Tyrese got it going on. You know
do that over there, Corey.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm talking about. Shit, because you gotta admire people. How's she gonna pick up traits for yourself? But Tyrese is the guy who got it going on. You look at Tyrese and you say, man, that's who I want to be sometimes. That guy's got everything going for him.
When I look at
except
Tyrese,
Megan Fox.
When I look at Tyrese, I go, man, that guy has everything. I fucking hate that motherfucker.
That's when you know.
I hope his next movie fucking stinks.
It's like and the thing is, you can't help but say, like, damn, that motherfucker's cool too, man. But fuck, I want to hate him so bad.
I want to.
I want to. Man, there's a list.
What's he so fucking happy about all the time?
Yeah, smiling all the fucking goddamn time.
Fucking on a bus drinking a Coke. Well, you think that's a good time? That fucking bum over there is doing it too. You don't see him smiling.
I guess this is the bitter show. We talking about. We start the show talking. We hate everything.
We've been drinking the haterade.
Yeah, exactly, and it's
giving
good.
Away that shit for free today.
We were thirsty.
Yes, we thirst quenching.
Yeah, exactly. Man, fucking. There's a list of guys. We already named Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Tyrese Gibson.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt is number one.
Yeah.
That guy, motherfucker.
No. He's not number one. Fucking Batman and Robin. Fucking George Clooney.
That's the one right there. That motherfucking man.
Fucking ER. I remember ER. I remember that fucking. What was that horror movie that he did? Wasn't it like Return to Horror High?
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's fucking what it was. Yeah, it was fucking Return of the
Killer Tomatoes
Part 2. Yeah, Electric Boogaloo. I remember that piece of shit.
Yeah, and he's still. I mean, the thing is, see, now I would name someone like I would name Denzel Washington, but Denzel Washington, I don't know what he's doing on the side, but he's married. You know, he's been married.
He always looks mad too. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, it's like because he's married. You know, he's like, fuck it, I'm up at Denzel Washington. I'm like one of the most handsome guys in the world. I can't fuck shit because I'm married.
Seems like every day he's turning more and more into that Training Day character. I just don't want to hang out with him. I don't want to be him. I don't want to hang out with him.
George Clooney ain't got shit on me. But
that's great. You go over there and hang out.
What you say? You're looking like Alonzo.
Leave me alone. Yeah, leave me alone.
Alonzo from Training Day. He's more and more that guy every day. You motherfuckers. Right. You ungrateful.
That's when I run out of the room. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Ain't no good hanging out in this spot.
But you see, George Clooney, somebody like, because even you're right. Mm-hmm. Brad Pitt, not so much because Brad Pitt is tied down with Angelina Jolie.
Oh, yeah. He's taking care of kids and shit. I mean, actually, he kind of falls off that list because he has to put up with all that shit.
I mean, because Angelina Jolie is picking up a different kid every week. I mean, that bitch is like pouring African kids out of a cereal box like a prize. You know, it's another baby.
And you got to think about, being on that plane going to fucking France was not the coolest trip in the world. You imagine that motherfucker has to get on a plane every time she fucking has a hair up her ass
to adopt a kid.
Yeah, to adopt a kid, and you're like, all right, let's go to Malawi. Let's go to fucking Africa. And you're like, oh man, I just want to hang out and watch cartoons, man. I ain't got time. Oh, come on now, come on, kids. Hey, how about me and the kids? We just stay. No, get those fucking kids. Take their asses and wash their fucking asses and get ready for this plane ride.
You know that Brad Pitt, like, I feel like I'm in fucking China and Africa right now. I'm surrounded by Chinese and African babies.
If fucking George Clooney's calling him on the phone to go hang out with him in his fucking RV and go tour the world and just go fuck around and fucking score with hot chicks while he watches. I'm like,
he's like, I can't.
Sorry, brother.
You hear in the background, I can't, man. I got to take care of these fucking kids.
Any scripts coming your way?
When can we make another Ocean's 11 movie? Because that's the only time I get out. We're gonna make Ocean's 25, because I need to get the fuck out the house.
When are we gonna be able to get high with fucking Julia Roberts again? Play with her tits.
Yeah, she was cool and shit. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I ain't even trying to have sex with her. She's just cool. Anything. I just gotta get the fuck out the house.
One of the guys.
Yeah, please. Ocean's 35.
That's the one thing I give that chick credit for. I was like, if she's able to hang out with all those fucking guys, they're fucking guys around her. I mean, she must be pretty damn cool.
She's cool, man. Yeah, I think Julia Roberts is cool. I
used to not stand her, but now I'm like, hey, she seems like.
You know why I think Julia Roberts is all right? Because she ain't the chick that seems like she's worried about aging, man. That's what I was gonna bring up.
Confidence.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because look. People, I'll show you that we're not so bitter against women. Because I'm looking,
Corey.
Yes, here we go.
Tell them. We can't really show them.
Look, I'm going to show you. I'm going to let this chick I have in the closet right here and show you how nice I'm going to be to her. There's
that's Christina Ricci.
Yeah, hey, that's where she's been.
I love how you dress.
She's in my closet. I got Christina Ricci chained up to a radiator in here.
She had the best fashion sense ever. Yeah. You need to spread that shit around.
I grew my nappy beard as like Samuel Jackson. I got it chained up to a fucking radiator.
That chain is trendy.
Yeah, wear it. All the kids are wearing that.
All the kids need to be wearing a chain.
Attached to a radiator.
Exactly. Get rid of them fucking bras, lady, all right? Just stop that. Break out of that cage of yours.
But, man, I was reading, right before we started doing this, I came from the grocery store. And these tabloids love to talk about these stars who are aging. And I think it's kind of sad, man, because women, I mean, to be a woman in Hollywood, you got to be prepared for the harshest criticism when you reach a certain age. And so there's a story. I don't know how true it is, but, it's like it was either in People or the Inquirer. Somebody's talking shit about it. It was only a matter of time for Angelina Jolie.
Right.
She's getting older.
Oh,
she's hit that point now. And wait, she's getting older. Now, who comes around the corner? Megan Fox. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And now the story's saying that Megan Fox took a role from her. And she's panicked now, Angelina Jolie, because she's getting older. And she's like, oh, no. And I'm thinking,
Angie, baby, just pretend like you don't give a shit.
Yeah, just don't give a shit. In Hollywood.
Don't comment on it. Don't do anything. Just go, hey, I'm glad she got it. She's fucking hot.
Yeah, you gotta be graceful and you gotta be prepared. I mean, not every woman can do this in Hollywood because you know something. Megan Fox is probably laughing about this shit. She's looking at the headline.
She don't care.
But the thing is like, every woman is going to go through this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the funny thing about when we laugh at old people, it's like, wow, we're laughing at something we are going to be.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah.
And it's like, we can make fun of this shit all we want to, but everybody's going to reach a point. We're all going to die.
Yeah, the people reporting this shit and fucking taking these pictures, all those motherfuckers are going to look like the fucking crypt keeper. As far as like these celebrities, like they look okay when they're old, but as far as just the norms, the everyday fucking like mutants around the world,
like Gollum.
Yeah,
they're gonna look like fucking Schmeagol.
Listening audience, I'm talking to you. Yeah, we're fucking looking like Schmeagol, fucking Yoda,
exactly.
Fucking the crypt keeper,
all that shit,
all that shit.
Oh, the Benjamin Button,
looking like all those guys that hung out in goddamn with that Eddie Murphy movie, fucking. Coming to America, the barbershop, all them motherfuckers gonna look like that.
Basically, you're gonna look like a movie effect when you and
Benjamin Button.
You're gonna look like Benjamin Button. You will be so lucky to look like Benjamin Button. No, and that's really gets me, man, because it's like they want to report on these women, but you are a celebrity.
Yeah.
You got to have your guard up. I would think that women, and now here's my approach in Hollywood. I would be like, you know what? I have got to learn to age gracefully. Right. You look good for your age. First of all, you say, you're right. When people come up and say, oh, look at the new hot young thing coming up, what are you saying? It's like, I'm so in such an age. This person needs a chance.
Yeah.
I'm at a phase in my career now where I need to learn how to adjust.
Yeah.
And you know what? The women who do that end up being fucking beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
Kate Blanchett?
No, Kate Blanchett is older. She's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get older.
Sophia Loren.
No, not so much.
She's not
but what's her name? Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren is in her 60s and her 70s. She's beautiful, man. I mean, and she knows how to make her beauty work for her age.
Oh, fucking
Julia Roberts.
No, Mira Sorvino.
Oh yeah,
fucking A. In The Wrestler.
In The Wrestler.
My one fucking problem with The Wrestler was a scene in The Wrestler where she's stripping in front of those young guys or the fucking jocks.
Oh,
and
they give her a hard time.
And
they
give her a hard time about being fucking old. And I'm like, okay, you just took me out of the movie because I ain't buying this shit.
No,
she's fucking hot.
Man,
she is fucking hot.
I've seen that in life where young guys, when a woman looked that good, they went fucking nuts. And you know why? And this is the reality, people. In movies, Hollywood likes to make age seem like it's bad, but in real life, a lot of young guys, and I know here I'm gonna be made fun for liking Betty White and all this kind of but really a hot older woman, a lot of guys like because there's no bullshit, and the women know what they're doing, and if they're hot, chances are they kind of want to fuck you.
Yeah, well,
they ain't got to play no game.
The games are over.
Yeah,
at that point the games are over. You fucking that's the best part because the games are over. And these girls aren't afraid to tell you exactly what they want. Hey, I ain't got time to bullshit with you. I'm busy. I got a life. I'm a career woman. This is what I want. Either you do this for me or you don't. I got to go. Yeah. Because there's somebody else waiting.
Yeah. and that's the thing. A lot of these older women, you think they ain't got shit lined up? Got shit lined up.
And it's scary. When you hear that, you're like, oh, fuck.
I swear to God, man. I swear to God, I have a friend, and I'm not going to name her name, but she is an older woman. She's in her 40s, and now you thinking of, but it's an older woman.
Oh.
And she
mom, dude?
Yeah, no, my mom's like older than that.
That's your mom, dude.
My mom gone crazy now that dad is gone. She's like, she's telling a young guy, I know what I want. You ain't got time? I'm going to the next guy.
Corey, wait a minute. Go to bed. How come you're not in bed yet?
Mom, what you doing? Co-host.
Eat your Cocoa Roos and get your ass to bed.
What? That's my friend, Co-host. What are you doing to my mom?
Go to bed, Corey.
Get off my mama. Get off my mama. No, but she told me how many guys she had sex with, and it was high. I mean, it was like... it was like 60 something.
Hope I have that problem. Well, not with guys, but with
I asked her, I said, how many men do you think? And she said, and this is what she said to me. I said, how many men? She came up and she said, and women. I was like, ooh, fuck. And I was like,
oh, Miss Kinky.
I know, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And she was like, I said, how many do
Miss Robinson, eat your heart out.
I know, it's up to you, Mrs. Fuck a lot. But she said, I was like, so how many do you think? And she's like, she's like, I don't know, maybe 60 something. I was like, 60 something? She's like, maybe, could be higher. And I was like in your 70s? And she's like, could be. And I was like, well, how do you know this? She's like, because my doctor asked me one time. She said, how many sexual partners have you had? And the doctor asked her, and she kept going higher and higher. And when she got to a certain point, she just said, just leave it at that. And I was like, wow. I was like, you are fucking horny.
I thought you were going to go, you're a fucking whore.
And you can tell. I mean, you look, she's an older woman. You can tell, but she's got a great body. And about her face, you can tell. But I guarantee you, she talked to any young guy in that bar and told him that guy would have a hard on so bad. He would be like,
boing.
Me next. Me. Can I have that number? Me, please. Me, boss. Me.
Pulling a Horseshack.
Ooh, Mr. Carter, pick me. Ooh.
Fuck me, Mr. Carter. Oh.
Mrs. Carter.
Oh, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, fuck me next.
Kids, YouTube that. You probably don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Carter. Who is that?
Wow. Hey, it's always good to have goals. So, hey,
yeah.
I salute her. Yes.
Speaking of Transformers, man.
Yeah.
How much I'm always interested to know how much stars make, because when people star in a movie, we automatically think like okay, I'll ask you a question. Shia LaBeouf, major star right now. How much do you think he got paid for Transformers?
$50 million.
$500,000.
Oh.
$500,000. Where you and I, we be shitting ourselves that we got $500,000. But for somebody like Shia LaBeouf, we're thinking, that's it?
500,000.
500,000. That's what I read. Now,
and does that include like royalty checks after that?
Well,
when that fucking movie like fucking plays on TNT.
No, that's the base right there. So he's getting more effectively. But Michael Bay, you know how much he got?
Oh, this was a news story today.
Yeah,
and I hated reading it because I'm like,
why
do I gotta fucking read this bullshit?
And have it rubbed in my face?
I already fucking hate this guy as it is, and why? Yeah, what's he making? I saw it, and I was like, I'm not reading it. I don't want to know. Well, but what is it?
$75 million for directing Transformers. I know.
Robot sucking cocksucker. No good fucking American flag waving motherfucker.
What is it with that fucking flag, man? In every Michael Bay movie, there's
fucking,
a fucking American
it's fucking
flag.
making him rich. He's counting all them American dollars, and that, I'll be fucking raising that flag up to the tip of my fucking robot dick, and I'll be proud as a motherfucker. Why don't they do that?
Why don't they just have Optimus Prime see Megan Fox get a hard on, and the American flag pops out at his dick? You know, it's like, Jesus Christ. You know, if you're going to show the American flag, do it in a way that makes me laugh. You know, have the American flag pop out of Megan Fox's ass.
South Park guys, they need to get on that. Yeah.
Shit, we need to get on that.
Yeah, let's beat them to the punch.
Hey, people, like listen to me now. That is going to be a cutaway animation gag in our review of the Transformers.
There you go. You gotta put that in.
Gotta put that in there. I gotta work.
You heard it here first.
You heard it. You get a sneak preview of the Transformers review.
Have it coming out of goddamn Michael Bay's fucking
nostrils.
Have that fucking motherfucker fucking his cock erect with fucking American flag popping out, and while he's laying down fucking on his bed of money, fucking have that motherfucker salute his fucking prick with that flag flying high. And then in the foreground, have a kid run across with the goddamn little American flag with his Transformer toy.
Hey, you know what? I might take this audio you have right here, because you and me, since you are the robot of the group, you and I might be doing the Transformers review.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
You know, we might do an audio with the rest of the guys.
I'll do it. Right.
But you and I might be putting up the video for that.
I'm in.
Because that shit'll be funny. Yeah. You know what we do? It's going to be funny. Because we are comic geniuses, people.
Are.
When we touch turns to gold.
I got genius coming out of my robot ass.
Bring us your turds. We'll touch them and turn them to gold.
Sell that shit on eBay.
Yeah, you can sell that shit on eBay and take it to the local pawn shop. A gold turd.
Buy your mother something nice.
Yeah, exactly. I better yet put that shit around a chain. Wear it. Right. Wear a gold turd around your neck.
Right, spilling it. Spill.com. Oh boy! Oh, don't choke on me, Corey. Don't die. Come on, man.
You killing me.
Stay professional.
You killing me over here, man. Jesus Christ.
Woo.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Well.
Oh man. Eddie Murphy, man. I want to talk about Eddie Murphy here.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, he just made this movie. Imagine that. Eddie Murphy might as well be the $5 million man now.
He was, yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you why the $5 million
of the list, right?
No, I'll tell you why the $5 million man, because his movies are bringing in $5 million now.
Daddy Daycare.
Sure. Well, no, like the last one, Meet Dave, brought in $5 million. Not good. That's not good at all.
No.
And then imagine that, brought in somewhere around 5.7, something like that.
Fucking the one that you guys hated. I never saw it. Norton.
Norbit. No, Norbit was a hit.
Now that's what I'm saying. Norbit was a big hit, but I mean, I don't hear anybody talking about that film. But everybody went and saw that. Apparently, I guess that was the movie they were going to give Eddie Murphy a chance on.
Well, no, they're going to give Eddie Murphy a chance.
Well, the public was
and you know, it's right. Everybody was talking about Eddie Murphy doing a great job in Dreamgirls, and he should be nominated for an Oscar. Now, I'm one of those people who did not think he deserved an Oscar, and because it was Eddie Murphy still being Eddie Murphy, he was being comedic. The only time he was serious is when he had a look in the movie. And I will be the first to tell you, it is easy to get a lot from a look when somebody's not talking.
Right.
And so,
granted, they filmed like fucking 50 takes.
Look,
and there was just a competent director who's like
I said,
we'll use that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. He's like everybody's on the set, and Eddie Murphy saw like someone on like he just was daydreaming.
Yeah.
You know, he probably saw something out the window. He probably saw two dogs fucking or something. He's like just staring and like, hey, get the camera out, get that look.
Exactly.
Right there. That's genuine right there.
And most of the time, the director's exactly. The director's going like, all right, every time we fucking yell take, the fucking fucks up. It's like just keep the film fucking rolling.
Bring in that juggling. You know that cat that juggles? Yeah. Bring it in on the set and make him juggle, and let's see what Eddie Murphy does.
Hey, play some Spice Girls right now.
Yeah, you know, Eddie Murphy just looking, you know. And like I said in the last, we did a podcast before, and I was like, Eddie Murphy saw somebody putting a ticket on his car, and he was like, what the fuck? And, you know, they get him, cut the camera off. Yeah. And so when I thought he was good in Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
But I didn't think like he deserved the Oscar. But I think he could have had a chance to probably be nominated. He wouldn't have won. But then along came Norbit. And everybody's like, okay, Eddie Murphy he does not desire moving on outside of this stupid shit, okay? Right. Which is sad because, look, we talk a lot of shit about Eddie Murphy. And I think a lot of people are going to talk shit about me saying this. But Eddie Murphy is actually a really good actor. I think he's a guy who cannot, when he's just being Eddie Murphy, cannot get beyond being Eddie Murphy. And John Landis said this in an interview. He said, you know something? And John Landis directed Coming to America and Trading Places.
Yeah. And
he said, you know something? When you put Eddie Murphy under a lot of makeup, that guy just changes. Forget fucking Dreamgirls. You know what he should have got an Oscar nomination for?
Nutty Professor?
The Nutty Professor.
Yeah, I agree.
He
was genuine in that film.
When he was the professor, I forgot the guy's name. Clump. Professor Clump. When he was Professor Clump, he was subtle. He was a different person, and he was not doing all that. Hey, I'm Eddie Murphy. Hey, Eddie Murphy, I'm gonna tell a joke. Hey, everybody, look, I'm talking like Donkey right now. You know, it wasn't him doing all that kind of shit. He gave a very subtle and heartwarming performance. And do you remember? Now, this is the one I just thought about recently. Do you remember Bowfinger?
Bowfinger,
where he was the nerd. It was Steve Martin.
That's right.
And he was the nerd.
That was a piece of shit.
No, the movie was bad, but
it was terrible,
when Eddie Murphy was like, when he was the nerdy character, and he was like, that's fucking awesome, you know. And he like there was a member when there was a part of the movie they called him in, and Eddie Murphy was being like,
I'm shocked that you remember that.
No, Bowfinger is a movie. No, I won't say. No, you said it was a piece of shit. I don't think it was a piece of shit.
I saw it once, and I was just like, because it had Steve Martin in it, right?
Yeah,
and I saw it, and I was like, and
it's a movie that had moments. There were some parts of the movie that made me laugh really hard. I really liked Eddie Murphy in that. Yeah. Eddie, like when he comes in as the nerd with the braces and a little afro and all, and he's like, my spare time, I'm part of the Blockbuster Film Club, and I do this and that. And I was like, well, that's Eddie Murphy being a different person. You know, I mean, Eddie Murphy, I think we have yet, and maybe it's because Eddie Murphy is, I won't even say powerful, but it's such a guy who like comes in and says, "You are gonna do this. And you're gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me how to be Eddie Murphy,
right?
Unless you put me in a fat
because he's now living that iconic fucking. He is that iconic guy now that everyone always thought of, and I mean honestly, I'll say money does that to people.
Exactly.
You know, you just fucking you lose your mind. You forget where you just forget everything because you're all of a sudden treated so incredibly different. You're used to people. Now you're used to people doing things for you to where it becomes normal. You adjust. Yeah. You know, like being in another fucking country, you just adjust to your surroundings, and it does fucking turn you crazy. It turns you into a spitting image of what people would imagine a fucking celebrity star would turn into.
When you're a celebrity, you people, somebody of Eddie Murphy's stature. I mean, Eddie Murphy. I mean, yeah, he's making family films now and everything. He's a different person, but I think he's still the name Eddie Murphy still carries some weight behind it.
Yeah,
and people, and the problem with that is that people make more or less vehicles for Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. It seems like the vehicle now is him hanging out with little kids, being the father figure, and
he can, and
being
he's good,
being him. But it's like Eddie Murphy with kids. So you're seeing like the Family Guy. He's like the Bill Cosby now of the fucking movie world, where he's hanging out with kids,
it's funny,
making them laugh and doing his thing.
He talks shit about Bill Cosby, but he's turning into Bill Cosby.
Yep.
Except he's turning into Bill Cosby that he's one note.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have what it takes to be.
Well, he figures, hey, this thing works. He may have figured, hey, this thing works in these movies, so I'm just going to play this out because he thinks more than likely, because he has a bunch of yes men around him, that this character works and people like him. Or why would he continue to get scripts like this if people didn't like it?
And most of the time,
he
people
fools himself thinking that.
Yeah, and most of the time, people are saying this is an Eddie Murphy movie. Okay, we want Eddie Murphy because he's Eddie Murphy.
Right.
What Eddie Murphy needs, man, is what I think.
He needs another fucking cop movie.
Well, he needs another cop movie. You know what? No, you know what he needs. He needs. Everybody wants to see him go back to fuck rated R, fuck this, fuck you, all that. Eddie Murphy. Like, but what I think,
you never go back home, Corey.
You can never go back once you've been kicked out the nest. But I think that Eddie Murphy needs to have a director who says, you know what? I mean, we always use the example of Quentin Tarantino with John Travolta. You know, we need to have a director who comes in and says, you know what, Eddie, I see you for the fine actor that you can be. And when you come into this project, you have to take a price cut. You have to come a pay cut.
Wow, it ain't.
Well, you never know. I mean, like,
knows?
Look, I got this script here. Eddie Murphy, just look at it. Just look at it. If you don't like it, then fuck off. You know, whatever.
But that needs to come to a point. I think John Travolta's career came to a point where he wasn't getting any more scripts. He may have heard people on the inside go, "Well, this guy's a has-been." You know, now he's turning out bullshit. He's making these goddamn look who's talking fucking movies. He's doing a third one. His career is over. It may have sunk into where he's just like, oh fuck, I'm that guy now. Well, fuck, and then he happens to look at a script. Somebody sends a script his way, and he's like, wow, somebody's sending this to me. Is this delivered to the right place? Yeah. Fuck it, you know. I want to show I can act again. You know, you become humble once you realize that you're fucking you're a laughing stock, and you realize that you're no longer relevant.
Well, no, I mean, Eddie Murphy is becoming that laughing stock. I mean, we see Eddie Murphy doing Eddie Murphy and everything. Eddie Murphy, look, people, I'm not the kind of guy who wants to go out and talk shit about people and say,
no.
You know, it
happens to everyone.
It happens. You know, you hate somebody or this.
For
you know, look,
yeah.
I don't wish anything bad on anyone. I mean, it's like
everyone wants Eddie Murphy to fucking be great again, like he was like fucking the Beverly Hills Cop films. I mean, I still look for that. You know, his golden years, fucking being a stand-up comedian, where to me, I can still watch all those fucking old stand-up shows. You know, I have them on DVD where he's still brilliant. You know, he's awesome. You know, his delivery.
I don't want to see Eddie Murphy go back to being that kind of Eddie Murphy. I want to see Eddie Murphy advance. I want to see him progress. I want to see him evolve. I want to see Eddie Murphy. I want to see somebody take a movie where the director just is in control enough to say, listen, like what's his name did with what's his name in the wrestler?
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. He comes in and says, you have to listen to what I tell you. And that's somebody needs to come in with balls up to say, Eddie, I don't care who you are. I'm trying to help you, and I'm trying to help myself. You have the potential to be great, and we're going to do this. And you're going to take my direction, and this is going to be a more serious role for you. Maybe it's a side role. Maybe you're the main character.
Who needs to say, look, this movie isn't about me, and it's not fucking about you.
Yeah.
It's about a fucking great film that will be remembered forever.
Yeah.
And you can either be a part of this or you're not.
I'll find somebody.
I'll find somebody else. And you know, hopefully if this works out the way I plan it, we'll always be remembered. Are you in or you out?
Yeah, thank you. That's it.
Get the fuck out.
Write a script right now, because apparently you can direct Eddie Murphy. That's what you need. You need to tell her,
Beverly Hills Cop Part 4.
See, we don't even need that. We need something.
Delirious.
Where Eddie Murphy is like a recovering alcoholic or a drug addict or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I still want him to be funny though.
I mean, he can be funny.
Arthur Part 3.
The Black Arthur.
Black Generation.
The Black Generation. He's just making up shit. The Black Generation. Man, I saw some shit though. Eddie Murphy. Look, people, I'm saying is Eddie Murphy's great, and just because he makes these family films, don't undermine him. Yeah. Just like that's what I was gonna say about. We're going back to something I meant to leave. I meant to I didn't mean to leave it off with this. Yeah. But women who are aging in Hollywood, you know, what I think they need to do. I think they need to kind of be prepared to work behind the camera too.
A lot of girls are doing it. I mean, shit.
You need when a woman reaches a certain
Drew Barrymore?
age,
Drew Barrymore was apparently
she's producing, she's directing.
I mean, the last rumor I heard was they were trying to get her to direct one of the Twilight films. So
she ain't doing it though. Yeah. The guy who's directing the next one is Chris Weitz.
Well, I think I don't know. I know it wasn't. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I read in the blurb. I think it was the third one they were considering her for. So.
It could be. I mean, I like to see what she could do. But you know, women need to be smarter. Like, I mean, now you don't have to be old or older. Just think about your career as more than just.
Well, that's when you think about
just more than somebody who looks good in front of a camera. You think about what kind of career do I want to have that lasts? I mean, okay, I look good, but I want to show the real brains is directing, producing, writing things.
Or
women can do that.
Or just fucking do your job and fucking hone your craft as far as being an actress.
And carry that through different ages.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't continue to try to be the young chick.
No.
Like,
don't
40-some years old.
Don't look for those roles. I mean, I guess. Okay. What was the fucking chick who was in those movies? All those romantic comedies.
Which one?
She was in You Got Mail.
I knew you were gonna name her.
Yeah. What's her fucking name?
Oh wow! You know when you put somebody on the spot, it's like.
I only saw like 2 of her films, but
she was the one that caused that
she
fight.
Was the fucking stereotype fucking
She caused that fight between
she used to be married to Dennis Quaid.
She just started a fight between Dennis Quaid and what was his name? The Australian guy. Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
She started a fight between them. Like she was with Randy Quaid, but she started sleeping around with Russell Crowe.
Damn it. God damn. Now I'm shocked. I haven't seen her in anything in a long time, but that was kind of the point. I think at some point she may have realized, you know what? I've done all I can with these movies, and they've been all
Meg Ryan.
And I think there was some point where she was like, you know what? I've done all I can with these films. I'm at the age where I can't make these types of films anymore, so I'll exit.
Even though she did do finally a big nude scene when she was older.
Oh, did
in a
she?
movie In the Cut.
Okay, I have
now
to watch
a lot of people.
What in the butt?
In the butt? No, that's the one I want to do with her. She was. She was. A lot of people make fun of her in that movie, but she looked good.
Yeah,
I don't care what the movie was a piece of shit, but she looked good.
Oh yeah. Well, see, maybe was that the last film she did?
I don't think so.
Okay,
but
I'm curious because I remember like there was a string of those films where it might as well have been the same character. But you never. I mean, after those films, there's a point where I'm like, man, this chick is getting a little too old, a little too long in the tooth to be doing these types of films. And of course, you never saw her again after that. So I hope she just.
Oh, that's right. She was in a movie In the Land of Women, where she was having a thing with a younger guy.
That sounds like an ensemble piece.
That movie was not against. It was not that good. She was in she was in Against the Ropes with Omar Epps.
Oh, that sounds perverted. But
I wish it was. Everything she does, I wish was perverted. Because I don't care what you say. Meg Ryan, I think she's a good-looking older woman.
Yeah, but with a chick like that, I mean, I would respect her if she just said, okay, I can't really do these movies, so I'll just make a graceful exit, and that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe
she's still making stuff.
Is she still working? I haven't heard from her in years.
No, she did The Women, and I think she has a movie coming out later. Okay, let me look on IMDb.
Yeah, let's see what she's doing. Let's
let me look and see. See what she does. Let's see what old Meg is up to.
Let's see what old Meg is up to. Our old pal, old chum.
What are you doing, Meg? Let's give her a call.
She's still hot, though. You know what? She's still hot.
I don't care what people say. She's still hot.
No, she's still hot.
She's got a movie coming out. I'm looking on IMDb right now. Yeah. She's got a movie coming out called Serious Moonlight.
And you hope actresses like her just don't settle for the same bullshit. I mean, you can only do that for so many years until you just become like the Leslie Nielsen of a parody. You might as well start doing parodies of those films.
Even though I'm looking at a picture right now, she is starting to look older. But
that's life.
That's life. But she's hot.
I'll still do it. Just tell everybody I did her.
I would.
Yeah.
Come talk to me.
Yeah.
If you got a problem.
Her and Melanie Griffith.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, I fucked her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hang out.
It was a good time.
Yeah. We drank shoot shit.
I fucked them together.
Coffee talk.
We made a Corey sandwich. One slice of bread was Meg Ryan. The other slice was Melanie Griffith.
Corey Haim tried to hang out. We told him, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and there was some lettuce made of Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer, what happened to her? She's still hot. I mean, fuck, I don't know. I don't know, man. She needs to do something.
I don't know. You know, all these women. I don't know.
Once
man.
you're Catwoman, you're always hot. It's like a fucking badge of honor right there. If you're able to be fucking Catwoman,
that fucking latex suit will always do that shit to you.
Yep.
But anyway, man. So, what was one more thing I want to talk about here? I can't remember.
Oh, hey, did I tell you? I got to see Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
Hyde told me about that. Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. That's a movie, people. Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
By those assholes, the
Transmorphers.
The Asylum, Transformers.
They do snakes on a train.
Snakes on a train. All that bullshit. Alien versus Hunter.
Man, I went to a convention in France where they had a booth. They had, and they were proud of that shit.
Oh,
At the time, that was the biggest achievement. Snakes on a train. They had a poster for that shit, and they were like, "Yes, this is our product here. Buy it, please."
They had a movie, The Day the Earth Stood There. Ridiculous, man. But oh my god. I can't help it. Like,
good, man.
It makes you want to fucking watch those films. You're like, oh my god, this is like the poor man's version of a fucking blockbuster.
Oh, they had one called I Am Omega.
I Am Omega, yeah, with fucking Mark DeCasco, yeah, fucking doing karate to goddamn zombies or whatever. I was like, wow, this is shit. But the thing is, like, that company is attracting like fucking has-been stars, and Mega Shark.
It had Debbie Gibson.
It had
the pop star, Debbie Gibson.
Oh my god! And there are some scenes in there that are priceless, where she's like a scientist, I guess. They never tell you exactly what these people do. You either see them like driving in submarines with a fucking joystick. I mean, I didn't know submarines were that easy to pilot with just a fucking joystick. But no, man, you see her fucking hanging out, being a scientist, and I swear to God, there's scenes where they're just mixing like fucking Kool-Aid together, and they're looking at these beakers like something really important's going on. You don't know what the fuck is going on, but they're just making shit change colors. And once they get those colors to turn into the fucking reagent from Reanimator, they're like,
oh, like that,
wow,
that fluorescent green.
Yeah, they're like, wow, and the faces are priceless. I mean, the
you
performances are priceless in that fucking movie. Forget about the sharks, shark and the fucking octopus.
I gotta see that, man.
You do need to see it. Actually, it's actually kind of a landmark film because it's the first time you see a Chinaman get together with a pop star.
That's what Hyde told me. You see an Asian man get together with a white woman.
An Asian romantic lead, fucking a Japanese guy, hooks up with Debbie Gibson, bones her in the lab while they're trying to figure things out. He has enough time to bone her.
There's a fucking giant shark in the country, and they want
the giant shark fucking attacking fucking air fucking buses in the sky.
Well, I heard that the tentacle of the octopus is so big that his tentacle can go to the sky and take out a plane.
Take out a fucking jet. There's a scene. Okay, the greatest scene is the fucking shark taking out a goddamn Airbus. Unfortunately, you know, it came out around the same time the whole Air France plane went down. You couldn't help but think about that when you watched that scene. I'm like, goddamn shark took down that plane. That's what happened. Goddamn Mega Shark did it.
Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Yes. You get, man, that's balls.
That fucking shark takes out the goddamn Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, fuck. Where else? You can't get that in fucking paying $10 at the fucking movie theater.
I'm gonna watch this, man.
Oh, you have to see
I heard they have one that's based on Cloverfield.
Oh, I saw that. It's called Monster.
It's just tentacles.
It's called
Monster.
You never
see the monster.
You don't ever see that motherfucker. It's just tentacles. And you know what? The funny thing is, they use the same fucking tentacles in the fucking octopus movie. I said they don't fucking waste none of their footage.
Man, you know what?
They are making money.
Man, you know what? That tentacle is getting more work than Meg Ryan.
That tentacle is going to be one famous motherfucker.
Shit, that tentacle should get an award.
Megan Fox, you better watch out.
Yeah, shit, when you get old, that tentacle's gonna come up. You know,
TMZ is going to be all over that bitch.
Well, oh my God, there's a hot young thing in town. The tentacle.
Look at them goddamn slimy tentacle. We're all wet and ready to go.
Tyrese, that's what you need to hit on the tentacle.
That was a very retarded, entertaining film, if I do say so myself, and I do. Oh my God!
All right. Hey, oh, listen to that, man! You hear that?
Oh,
rock, rock, rocking and rolling, rock, 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 rock. Whoa, 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 rock and roll. Oh man, you know it was made me laugh because we were talking to those Brits, and that's who you named off on that list.
I promised all those kids I'd give a checklist out. Everyone who was there.
I'm glad you named Darth Siskel first because somebody made a blog about the party and they forgot to put him in there.
Oh, you serious?
About that we did a podcast with him.
Yeah.
But,
I've been meaning to write a blog about the whole thing.
Sure.
I want to. I will soon. Yeah.
But it was cool that like when we were doing that podcast, they all knew the words to the song.
Yeah,
they did. Like the words that
I
beat.
know. I can barely remember the fucking band that we used to start the show. Austrian death music.
Death Tentacle.
Arnold Schwarzenegger death metal.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger Experience.
That funny band.
Oh man, let's get into some email here, man.
Let's do it.
Okay, first of all, before we get into some email, I want to let people know. We're trying to get you a badge to go to Comic-Con.
Thank you, sir.
But
we
will be at Comic-Con.
Do.
The majority of us will be at Comic-Con. The majority of the crew. So you've always seen me at some place, and then you've seen me and Cole somewhere. Now we're trying to get the majority of people to go to a certain occasion. Yeah. So we're going to be at Comic-Con, and we don't know. We might have a table. We might have worked a table.
Oh, really?
I don't know. But if not, well, I'm already trying to talk to some guys so that we can. And send me an email again. That guy knows who he is. Send me an email again. Let me know who you are. Let's try to coordinate a Comic-Con event.
I can only promise if I'm there to work. I want to get as many fucking panels recorded as I can to throw up on our site.
And that's another reason I want you there because I already told Leon and Cyrus, I said, look, y'all ain't here to, we here to party, but after the work is done.
You ain't got no time to look for goddamn Green Lantern number 42.
All that kind of shit, yeah. Drinking beer and running after some costume chick. Because I worked my ass off at the last one, man. And like, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be the only one doing this shit.
No. That's what I loved about last year. You guys recorded some of those panels, and I was like, oh, man, I'd kill to have more panels. No,
it wasn't you guys. I recorded those fucking panels, man. It was me, and that's what I'm saying. I do not want to be the only one.
Right. No, I'm definitely, if I do get to go, I will be recording as much shit as I can.
I'm trying my best to make it happen. Okay. Seriously.
I appreciate that. Hey, do what you got to do.
Because, for one thing, you deserve it. For another, it only helps to have as many people there as we can get.
I was like, when I heard you guys were going, I was like, hey, what about me? I was like, who you trying to be? Corey? Carl Weathers? I'm fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know.
Like, you just keep me here for your dirty work.
I'm not here for that. No, it's, man, you know what happened? Leon is a comic book guy. He always gets a pass for
Comic-Con. He told me. Yeah, well, I called him up, and I was like, hey, dude, fucking missed the boat on getting those tickets. Do they got scalpers for that shit? He's like, no, because they put your name on the badges, and
and that's all that. Yes, it's
and I was really trying hard. Man. Yeah, that shit sold out quick.
Man, nothing else. Like we got press stuff, but I'm trying to get you at least a professional badge so that you can roll your way into things.
I'm professional.
Exactly. But look, as many people as we have there will help.
That's cool.
And it only make it more fun when we have because I know we're going to try and get together a location where we have a spill after party somewhere. Yeah. Like, just a small number of people at a bar somewhere.
Yeah.
So, and then we have the spill party in August. And that is going to be, looks like it's going to be kind of big. So I'm going to put up something tomorrow or the next day about that.
Have you checked on Renegade? Last time I spoke to him, he said he was having some health issues.
I talked to him.
He may not be able to go.
Yeah, I talked to him. He's gonna let me know this week if he can make it.
That's cool. So hey, get better, Renegade, if you're out there.
Yeah, man. We make fun of you, but we're always hoping the best for you.
Yeah, we like you.
Yeah. So anyway, August 22nd.
You're not too bad. Yeah.
August 22nd. I'm trying to make it an event where we can do a barbecue where people can swim and hang out during the day, and then at night I'm trying to get a bar together.
Oh yeah.
Where I think I already have the bar. The swimming pool is a different thing.
Yeah, it may be.
The swimming pool's a little hard.
Sounds expensive.
We might have to just do this all in one spot.
Yeah.
And people just have to be satisfied with
No,
that.
hey, I think as long as we're all hanging out, drinking, having a good time, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
All that other shit, swimming and all that crap,
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that I don't want to see in swimming trunks, so,
Yeah.
you know.
That's a good point, my man. Yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into some questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question for let's do this. Superhero 3000 and the Black Sidekick. Fuck you, you son of a bitch.
Superhero.
You motherfucker.
Nice, thank you.
Do you think that in today's modern so-called vampire movies and shows, it is becoming cliche to drastically evolve the vampire, like in Twilight and the TV show Moonlight? Well, let's not forget the TV show
True Blood.
True Blood also.
Yeah.
Yeah. And becoming more original to have far less changes. Like the Swedish vampire thing, let the right one in. I get better than sex. I get better than sex rating. Your co-host sidekick. Fuck you, you motherfucker.
Oh my
He
God.
put a PS on there. He put a PS.
You're his psychic, you
Learn how to
bitch.
spell, you motherfucker. So I can't even read your shit because you can't spell.
I like how you got really mad.
I know. Fuck you.
Saw the fire in your eyes.
Exactly. How dare you?
it's like-
How dare you, sir?
By the way, Corey, you are a piece of shit. What the
What you motherfucker, you son of a bitch.
leave him alone.
Numbskull.
Yeah.
No, I think that we're seeing people. I think the problem we run into is that we're seeing maybe a whole lot of vampire stories, properties, and movies and shows come about.
Right.
We might go through a glut of vampire things.
Mm-hmm.
If people want to evolve the vampire, I think it's at the point now where people are doing their own takes on vampires. And what can I say? Right. I mean, if you
same thing for zombies.
Yeah, zombies. I mean, it's
zombies. They try to turn that shit to make it their own, but when it works, it works, and when it doesn't, it just doesn't. It's laughable. But same thing. The same rules apply to vampires. I mean, I actually 30 Days of Night. I love those versions of the vampires that they use because it was a cross between like zombies and like the near dark type vampires.
Yeah.
So I dug the hell out of it.
Yeah, we're seeing all kind of evolutions of vampires. Vampires are evil. Vampires are good guys.
Mm-hmm.
Vampires are integrated into society, and they're trying to work like be regular people. I mean, I don't mind the evolution. Mm-hmm. I think we're seeing a lot of evolutions in vampire stories and mythology because we're seeing a lot of vampire stories, and that's the only thing I'm worried about. I mean, vampires have always been a part of our lore, and I think it's easier to like do a lot of those things instead of something like zombies or anything else. But it's but yeah, that's the only thing you have to worry about. I think it's just the glut of vampire stuff coming out because when you can tell that people are going to be tying themselves to vampire properties because one thing is successful. Mm-hmm. And once that happens, I mean, Twilight is taking off, so expect to see a lot more vampire things. And True Blood is apparently successful. I don't have HBO, so I don't see it.
It's a great show.
Yeah. So you're not gonna. Vampires are something that we've continuously seen all the time. It's not gonna go.
But
away.
it's always changed. Like this whole thing with like changing the mythology a bit. It's always been going on. I mean, it's nothing. Honestly, it's nothing really new. Twilight kind of brought it into a whole new phase because I think just as the rabid fans that there are of this, and of course that automatically turns people off, and especially when you're hearing about vampires turning into fucking glittering like crazy in the sun, but
shit,
I mean, how different is that from I mean, people you read there are novels out there with vampires doing all kinds of crazy shit. I mean, it's so either you're into it or you're not. A good story is a good story, and that's all.
And that's what I'm saying, man. They changed vampire lore so much. It don't like I'm not defending Twilight at all. Going back to this whole thing about Twilight, where people got pissed at me for saying that, leave it alone. I mean, like, because you don't have to fucking listen to it.
No,
apparently
it's not,
somebody liked it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Exactly.
Nobody should be constricted to do something that you like. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that somebody can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was stupid that they glowed, but you know what? It's not for me.
Yeah.
So fuck
Jay,
it.
In the book, it may have worked for the people who read it. In a movie, it may have looked corny, but hey, that's how it was filmed, and I'm sure if fucking David Fincher did it his way, his version of a glowing vampire, it may look cool. Who fucking knows?
No, I'm just saying, who cares, man? I'm like, really, learn to walk away. I mean, a bunch of girls love glowing vampires. Okay, it's the girls' version of that. Fuck it, I'm sure somebody at one time complained, you know what, Count Chocula is stupid. Well, you know what, that's the kids' version of a vampire. Right. Okay, if you don't like it, don't fucking, don't eat the cereal. Don't
Casper
look at
the friendly fucking ghost for crying out loud.
Yeah, it's all kind of shit, man.
He works. He's been around for fucking years. Yeah, Teen Wolf.
Yeah, exactly. Look how many things we turn into stupid things, and there's an audience for it somewhere. Exactly. So if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah, calm down, dickhead. That's a guy writing. Christ. What the fuck you guys talking about? Twilight was fucking retarded.
Yeah, so what?
It was. Maybe so what does that mean? Is it going to change what fucking Corey had for breakfast?
No, is it going to change how much money that fucking Arthur made? How much money the movie made? No,
exactly. Yeah,
I can tell you what.
They're fucking winning awards. What are you winning?
That chick who wrote the book, while you sit up here saying that's stupid, she's like ching ching.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep talking shit, motherfucker. Ching ching.
A fucking American flag is fucking staff is raising from her vagina with a fucking American flag, and she's counting that money.
What the fuck came up with this? Wait a minute, I'm looking at something here. This is from Martin F., a frequent writer. He says, I'm a goat and I toss my own self. By the way, because
you got it all wrong.
The alternative name of the show is a goat and I eat my own milk.
Yeah.
And I guess he can't talk.
But hey, look at him. He's trying to fucking change the whole mythology, the
lore. Mythology. Look at
He's
that.
Trying to change the lore.
Goes
hey, what's wrong
with
with you
now.
with your own ideas? You can't do
that. He says, do you think this is from Martin F. Do you think there's a particular subject matter that the everyday movie-going audience would not be ready to handle? Yeah, there's a lot of them, man. What are you talking about?
You kidding me?
I mean, let's just talk about let's
boy love.
Yeah, I was ready to say. Think about stories about child molestation. Even though if we did a story about child molestation, and it was like arguing against it, or showed like the Sixth Side or something. Would we be how much would we want to show? Right. That's the thing. Would we be able to handle seeing that? But I mean, I'm trying to think of something that's not so violent. Like years ago, you would have said interracial relationships are not something that people want to touch. And you know what? I still say. And this is something I know you're gonna say this. I mean, this is a guy who asked a question. Yeah. This isn't a question I looked at ahead of time. I just read this, but I want to say it. If you still want to know, I still don't think that people are ready to see a totally no mention anything about it, no taboo aspect of a black man being a white woman in a movie.
I don't want to fucking see that shit.
Look at you, fuck you, bitch.
I ain't ready, Corey.
I'm not ready to see that.
All right.
That's sick.
Put on the training wheels on my ass.
That's nasty.
I ain't ready yet.
That's too taboo for me.
Put on the seatbelt.
No, all joking aside, man, people, they say they're ready, and I think people, the general public, they're not going to make a big deal about it, but I think there's still this thing in Hollywood, they're thinking like, oh, this is controversial. We can only do it in the sense that it's a controversial movie, or we can't do it where they can actually look like they're the head stars, and we can make just a normal everyday story about it.
If they made it, I guarantee you nobody's gonna give it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It won't be a big deal.
The average person would not say anything. The average intelligent person would not say shit. You could do it, but it's that thinking in fucking Hollywood. Like, there's just certain things that you can't do. Like, hey, the same way. Do you think you'll be able to see a movie where there's an Asian star and he gets to be with a white woman in it? No.
But they fucking did it. They fucking did it. And goddamn mega shark
octopus eats the shark who's bigger than the earth.
And Hy was with me, and the first thing I told him when I saw them making that, I was like, God damn, that's gross. I don't ever want to see that in a film ever again. That is unnatural.
Are we ready? And, speaking of,
Debbie Gibson does not need to be kissing no Japanese man.
Are we ready to see a robot with a white woman? I don't think so.
Oh, it's going to happen in goddamn Transformers 2.
I don't want to see that shit.
You know that fucking bike that fucking Megan Fox is rubbing her goddamn love castle on her goddamn love palace? That's a robot. Except nobody knows it because they cut that scene out where the motorcycle turns into the robot. Okay. All right.
Hey, here we go.
Audiences aren't ready for that.
But I don't think they're ready for that. But there's certain things there's certain scenes of violence that we just don't want to see. Violence.
No.
Sexual violence against children, we're not ready to see.
Like I said, people, directors sometimes don't know how to handle it. The best example was Last House on the Left. The movie that we saw where the rape scene that popped up in that movie, it felt like the movie just, it took a whole turn where you're seeing somebody get raped, and you're like, and then the next scenes are like, just outrageous gore, and you're just like, well, that rape scene really didn't need to be there because the rest of the movie turned into a cartoon, and I'm not ready for that. What are you laughing at? Rape is not funny, Corey.
Well, it is happening to you.
Well, when it's happening to me.
Well, you know what? I mean,
You son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, there's certain scenes of rape. I mean, come on. The accused had a big rape scene in it. It's even the people at this point
that was funny.
Make fun of it now. Like on Family Guy, they're making fun of that shit.
Yeah.
I got to say you something, man. I saw. What was it? Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I was just about to say. One of our members, Scribs, turned me onto that episode.
Which one?
Where the hand banana.
About rape.
About rape, where the hand banana looks at Carl. They make a hand banana like a pet. It's supposed to be a dog.
It's supposed to be a dog.
It's a hand banana, yeah. And he tells
like,
Carl's like,
I'm going to rape you.
You, me, rape.
Yeah.
Tonight. He looks at Carl and keeps going, tonight, you, me.
And Carl's trying to tell everybody,
rape.
Like,
hey, yeah.
Your fucking dog over here.
And then he makes spaghetti.
Yeah. And that dog does rape him. Hello? Hey, what's up? I'm almost done recording. You still out? I'll call you in about 15 minutes. All right. I figured, this thing does not
for you to be there.
This thing does not stop, so that's why I didn't stop. It's like
no.
It's more of a hassle to stop this and try and start back again. So I was like, keep talking about it. But man, I don't know how
that moment rape was funny.
I was wondering how I felt about them using the word rape. I'll tell you what, they showed an episode the other night that kind of got me a little made me wonder. I was like, am I irritated by this or not?
Did it make you want to write a letter to the?
No, I didn't want to write a letter. I just thought again, it made me think that there were these fucking hipsters who
don't
thought
turn into a woman, Corey.
No, I'll tell you what it is. It was this, and you gonna laugh, and I'll tell you, but no, it wasn't because it was a black thing. It was just because it was a show that was just using stereotypes to be funny.
Right.
And it's just like that's it. That's as clever as you can get.
Yeah.
I thought the premise was funny.
Carlos Mencia.
No, it was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. No, Carlos Mencia, that makes me laugh.
Fuck that show.
Mind him Mencia. Fuck that. Fuck his thoughts.
Yeah.
It was an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Shake gets bitten by a radioactive black man. I thought that was funny, and I was like, that's funny, man. And I'm like, shit. Okay, let's see what they do with this.
Right.
And all he does is that he grows an afro, turns brown, grows these big lips. And all he does is play basketball and rap, and I'm just like, that's it. I like that's all you got.
You gotta watch that episode. Sorry,
no, I knew you were gonna do that. Woo! But I was like,
that's not right.
No, I was thinking, it's just like, that's nothing clever about that. Anyway,
I'll watch the episode. I'll
you tell me. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
You tell me. No, seriously. Hey, no, I want another opinion.
All right.
I mean, because I'm a fair guy. I want to hear what you have to say.
That would be a better question. Well, not a question. That you should call up. Leon's probably seen it already.
I should ask him.
Hey,
I should ask him.
Yeah. That's the funny shit I've ever seen.
I should ask him right now.
Don't ask him.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm fucking with you. Let's get to a question. I don't even think this is a question. From Charlie Ray. Mm-hmm. Charlie Ray says, "You and co-host got me in a hell of a lot of trouble at school. There I was listening to the teacher go on and on about crap. I just stood up and shouted, 'You know what? Fuck your thoughts.' My teacher asked me who the hell I thought I was. And I replied, 'I'm a goat and I drink my own milk.'"
That is awesome.
My teacher got really mad, and now I have to attend summer school.
All right.
My Uncle Corey let me down big time. I plan to rewire co-host 3000 to turn on you all. I am uber mad right now. You lot are a bad influence.
Awesome.
You know what? If only you did that.
Right. Keep listening.
Yeah, get up. Kids, you know what? I want to see if this happens tonight. Hey, kids, listen to Uncle Corey and your master co-host 3000 right here. I encourage all kids I dare you to, at one time in school, to get up and tell the teacher, fuck your thoughts. And write me and tell me what happened. I don't believe this dude did it, but I would love. You know
awesome.
what?
I want to frame that email right now.
And then and then they say, "What the fuck?" And say, "Motherfucker, I'm a goat and I eat my own milk."
Just reading that just my life goal is complete.
I would love if that's true. I don't believe it, but in my mind, I don't even want to know. I want to think it.
Yeah. Question authority, kids.
You know something? I would give a hell of a good prize to the kid that actually records himself, whether with a video camera. I'd even take audio to a kid that records himself with audio, getting up in class and saying, "Hey, fuck your thoughts."
You'll ruin your life for about a week, but hey, it'll be worth it. You'll be back.
We'll make it worth it for you. We will. Yeah.
Hopefully, be one of those kids who's making be an all-A student, like honor roll, the whole works. And just do that one day, and hopefully they won't fucking call a doctor to check on you.
It's like
that would be badass.
Most of the time, I want to be a good influence on kids, but this is one time I really do want to get kids to do something bad. If you in high school, not college, because in college you can get away with that.
Right.
If you in high school, or even it'd be great if it's elementary school. If you get up and tell them, "Fuck your thoughts," like that.
Yeah, kid has more guts. Okay, I was attending a high school one time, hanging out with a buddy of mine, right? And this teacher, it was a student teacher. She's like, she's showing this painting that somebody did. I can't remember if it was an actual legitimate artist or something she just bought. But she's like, "Oh, look, everybody, here's this painting. Doesn't it look like butterflies flying in the sky and whales?" And of course, everyone's not saying a word. And immediately I'm there and I'm like, "No, it doesn't." She's like, "What?" It don't look like nothing you just said.
Fuck you.
She's like, "What? Get out of this class." And I'm like, "Nah, that's all right. I think I'm going to hang out." And I honestly told this woman this, and she just took it. She's like, "You just need to be quiet."
That's the way to tell them. You be quiet. You be quiet.
I run this class now, lady.
Man, we had...
Who run Bartertown?
Yeah. Master Blaster runs the classroom. We had a kid named Michael Drake when I was in 9th grade, and I don't know why this kid did this. And the funny thing about it is he talks slow like this.
Oh no!
He's like, "Hey man,"
sounds perverted. The
but,
creepy kid.
Yeah, the creepy. We couldn't tell if it was like some mental problem or what.
Or if
he was just high. But it was years. When I was in class with him for like 3 years, and Michael Drake, boy, hey man, but So Michael, man, our art teacher, Mr. Garrett, came in and he's like, "Okay, class, today we're going to..." And Michael Drake, when he started talking, Michael Drake was like, "What do you want, chicken butt?" and that, it was such a crazy thing. That we don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
And the class just started laughing.
Yeah.
And Mr. Garrett was like, he just looked at me, he's like, "No, no, Michael, no, no, come on." He's he's gonna write him a little note and send him to the office. Yeah. And you know he was doing it because he was embarrassed.
Right.
I mean, we weren't really laughing at him. We just laughed because it was crazy. But you could tell, stop laughing at me. Stop. No.
It reminds me of the same fucking teacher. Because this teacher, she was an attractive teacher. So whenever I was in there, I would do things to get her attention. To get her attention. That, even though I was rude and I was a prick about it, but I really did like her. There was one time, when you showed up late to the class, you had to write your name on a piece of paper to let you know you were late. It was retarded because this is high school. You're like, of course, we're not in the fucking kindergarten.
Yeah.
So I show up like about 15 minutes late because I was hanging out, talking to chicks. Of course. So of course. So I show up late. He's like, Mr. Co-host, late again as usual. How about you come up here and sign this piece of paper? And I'm like, "Nah, that's all right." I'm like, "What are we learning about today, teacher?" And she's like, "You son of a..." He's like, "You need to come up here." I was like, "I'll do it tomorrow."
Whatever.
She
In my own
was so
time.
I felt bad. She was so mousy. She didn't want to do anything.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we ran this teacher out one time. She actually, 2 kids got into a fight.
Chased her?
No.
Okay.
It was just a random day. We had the actual teacher was there along with the student teacher, right? And these fucking 2 kids, this guy and this girl, got into a fucking fight. and where the girl was trying to attack the guy. He's like, "Bitch, get off me!" So they're like holding arms together, and they actually managed to walk out, pushing themselves outside of the class. And the teacher runs out there with them, like, "What the hell?" And the door slams. So all the kids get up, like, "Oh fuck," And they all run to the door because there's a small little window where you can see outside of what's going on. So all the kids fucking rush the door. And the student teachers, students, please, students, just
one of those master
down.
teachers.
There's nothing. Please, there's nothing to look out there. And I'm just kind of like looking at all the kids. I'm sitting there at the desk looking at all the kids. I'm looking at her, and I'm kind of like laughing because I'm like going back and forth. Stop it, kids! And it's like a tennis match, and the kids, nobody's paying attention.
Of course, nobody's paying attention.
Beat her ass! Kill that motherfucker! Kill that bitch! And you hear all this craziness, and you just all I saw was like a blur. It was like the flash just went by, and as soon as I turned around, the student teacher was no longer there. And then the main teacher the teacher walked in the class. She was like, "This is the first time I heard a teacher scream. What the fuck did you guys do?" And everyone was like, "Oh shit." We found out.
Who said this?
The teacher did.
She
The
said,
teacher
"What the
ran
fuck
in the
did you
class.
guys
She was like,
do?"
"What the fuck did you guys do?" Because apparently when the student teacher left, she was crying. And she was crying. She left, and we found out the next day she quit her job.
Damn.
And after we found out she quit her job, everyone in the class had to write a letter to her apologizing about what happened.
What? She already quit? Why you had to write a letter?
We had to write a letter because they were gonna send it to her. So I was like, you know what? And it sucked because I was attracted to her. I was like, oh, it's gonna suck.
You know what?
Now
I would
she's
have
gonna be here. I tell you what I wrote. I actually wrote something. I was like, look, you don't need this job. You're hanging out in a classroom with a bunch of dopes. All these people are either going to end up dead or pumping gas. So, I was like, you did a good thing. You're beautiful. You're attractive. And teaching a bunch of dopes like us
get laid.
will age you. And you don't want to fucking know. You don't want to end up looking like Yoda.
Here's my number if you need to talk.
It's like, look at our teacher right now. Do you want to be that? No, you don't.
See, I would have
run away and fulfill all your dreams.
Run away!
And I just say you did a good thing. Like,
I would have wrote a
some
letter.
people can handle it.
Shit.
Some people can't, and you're obviously one of those people who can't.
I would have wrote a letter saying, "Sorry that you couldn't handle your job, bitch."
Yeah. Here's my phone number. By the way, here's my phone number. By the way, if you want to talk,
be a librarian.
Quotations. Talk.
God damn you. Let me see here. Let's go to the next email here. This is simple.
Yeah.
If you heard, this is from Brandon Williams, and if you heard the podcast, a couple of cold ones.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about what classic movies would be and what aren't and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And there were some movies that I thought about that some people mentioned, but the reason why I didn't mention them is because I think they still are because of
now you know
position.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Go ahead.
Wreck and Let the Right One In.
Cult fucking classics.
Cult classics, not classics.
Not classics, cult classics.
Because they still aren't known by the mainstream.
No.
They haven't had an impact on society.
Wreck still.
Yeah.
When the fuck are they going to release that goddamn movie?
They're already working on 2.
Well, thank God they're working. Well, it's the same
There's
team.
already
So
a trailer for 2.
I hear the trailer looks fucking incredible. I mean, everyone has just been going ape shit about that trailer. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. I don't know if I want to see it.
No, you should see it. It's crazy.
I want to wait. I want to wait till it's
and they're not showing that much. They're
Okay.
not showing that much.
Okay.
It's a teaser, really.
Okay.
But you should see it. Wreck is one of. It's like when Carlisle asked me, "What's some of your favorite horror films that you can think of?"
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking in terms of classic movies, and it's like, I'm sorry, as much as I want Wreck to be a classic, it's not. It hasn't had the social impact that it takes to be a classic film. It's a cult classic.
Your friends, you can't talk about it with your friends unless they've seen it. Yeah.
And Let the Right One In, I was that went through my mind, but it's still, it's not. But here's some movies that this guy mentions. He mentions 2 films, and I guess he listened to the couple of Coens, and he said, and this is something, one I didn't think of, another one I did.
Yeah.
Would you consider Saw a classic, and would you consider Shrek a classic? What about you?
Yeah. Both of those movies for me.
I'm talking about not for you. Let's just be honest.
As far as the audience goes, as much as I hate to admit,
I think they would.
Saw would.
And
but Shrek, yes.
Shrek, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a
because
classic.
I brought up
it's
like
a classic animated film.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
it's had a social impact. It has a Broadway play. It is definitely a classic movie.
It has made its fucking
impact. It's made its imprint on society.
On
and
the
Saw,
world, for crying out loud.
The world, Saw. I mean, Shrek is definitely a classic. I didn't think of that, but actually I did today, and I was thinking that what today. You always have these afterthoughts. I was thinking, you know what, Shrek probably could be.
Yeah.
And what kept me from saying it was two things. I don't want to hear Carlisle complaining about when I brought up Shrek. If you want to be honest, I didn't want to hear it's something I just don't mention.
No.
Yeah, it's just some things I just don't mention. I don't want to go to a whole conversation. It's like you get tired. You're just like, there's some things you just refrain saying.
You're just like, all right, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I want to get out of here, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm wrong. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't think of Saw.
Yeah,
and
Saw. No, as much as I hate to fucking admit Saw. Yes, it is, because when that movie came out, people was like, "Hey, you seen Saw? You like horror movies, right?" Saw. I'm like, "Yeah, I saw Saw when it was called Seven, and I love fucking Seven. And I wish that fucking movie would get the proper respect that it deserves, which I'm sure it does in the movie community world. But as far as the norms out there, the average Joe, I think they
I still think Seven does.
I think a lot of the kids I talk to about this, they tend to say, well, "What are you talking about? Saw was just like gross. The guy had to hack his but you know what? It didn't have the impact
Saw
that fucking Seven did on me.
Saw is a classic horror film. It is, but I didn't like Saw that much.
I didn't like it that much.
But Saw has definitely has an impact on society.
It is, and I'm not going to be ignorant to that. Yeah, so
yeah, you're right. Saw and Shrek would be classic.
Now, okay, I did hear part of the show today where you guys you guys thought that Harry Potter was is I guess culturally influential as far as Star Wars is concerned?
Yes.
Because I do not agree with that at all.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
I mean, people
only because my friends and the younger people that I know, they never quote that film. They never quote any of the Harry Potter films. It's not like you can never say a line like Luke, the Force. I mean, I know people's parents who were quoting Star Wars when that came out, like Luke, run, shit like that, where you heard parents telling their kids that, you don't hear that with Harry Potter.
Well, with Harry Potter, it maybe it's not as quotable, but it has, and give it time, because it might be. You got to give it a few years for these kids to let it soak into them. The other thing,
I guess,
is it's soaked in enough where people are talking about Patronum spells, and they want their own wands made.
Right.
But
when Star Wars came out, like, that was like everyone. I mean, that people were saying that movie was better than drugs. I mean,
and for some people, look, you're not a Harry Potter fan, and maybe the people aren't, but I know some people.
I like Harry Potter, but that's
you.
Yeah,
but there are people who are sick Harry Potter fans.
I
know somebody.
I don't know any of them.
I know somebody who had a wand made for them,
right?
Like handcrafted and whatnot.
Right.
Harry Potter has had his impact on society.
Which I know, but I can say the same thing as far as like the Lord of the Rings fans. I think
Lord of the Rings is up there too.
I think the fans of the book. I think that's where, as far as establishing a film as a cultural icon, where Star Wars was fresh, it was new. As soon as that came out, everyone was into it. Your teachers were quoting fucking Star Wars. Your bosses were quoting Star Wars. I don't see that as much with the Harry Potter films, only because that series it already had a rabid fan base based on the books alone. Now, when the movies came out, I don't think there's as many fans of the actual films as there are of the books. But I think at some point, when the movie started to get good, I guess with 3, it started to come more into the forefront.
Let me put it in. Let me put it in perspective for you. Star Wars, 3 movies originally that were considered only one is considered to be like, the first one is considered to be great because it's the first one. The second one is considered to be great because it is a great movie. The third one, people are like, whatever.
But I tell you what, those films though were so huge and so big that they were re-released.
But it's 3 movies, and they were re-released at a time before we got into this DVD age and home entertainment.
But I think that's what just made the impact even more.
Well, Harry Potter, no, we usually say about Harry Potter, which makes the impact even more, is that it is successful. It has had this like whole cultural impact despite the DVD age. And we're talking about like several movies in the series and they've all been held strong. I mean, those movies have not actually lowered in quality to a certain point. They've only gotten better, and then maybe at some point they kind of stayed at a certain level. But yeah, everybody knows Harry Potter, and it's almost a testament to the writing. I mean, some things are quotable because the writing sometimes just isn't that
Granted,
good.
even though the books are completely, I mean, from what I hear I know more Harry Potter hardcore fans of the books than I do of the movie series.
Well,
because because you always hear their complaints
here's
first
another thing
about all those films.
Because I mean, yeah,
and you're like, those films are okay, but they're fucking not the books. You have to read the books.
Anybody's going to say that who's a hardcore fan. You're always going to have somebody who's going to say,
well, I know
Spider-Man's
that.
not Spider-Man like in the comics.
But as far as just like the cultural icon,
even in this day and age, though, you got people who are showing up for Harry Potter dressed up like the characters.
Yeah, for the books.
No, for the movies.
No, okay. I guess so.
K.I. did a story when the last Harry Potter movie came out, and people were in line dressed up like Harry Potter.
Right.
Quidditch matches happen with people. I mean,
but I always hear those lines are more insane and more rabid for the books when those books are released. Like the book release parties seem like a bigger deal.
Well, that's because it has its basis in the
are.
book. But I mean, the release of the movie is also crazy too.
But then again, maybe it's just a whole new concept that I'm just not aware of, only because of these kids. It is a cultural thing as far as the books are concerned. Like when you say cultural, I'm thinking about just the movie aspect of those films. Like if those movies were released without even knowing about those books, I don't know if they would be as big of an impact maybe later on. But when that first movie came out, I was like, it's cool, but I just don't. I don't really get
those
it. Maybe
Harry Potter movies are classic. They are classic films. They are this generation Star Wars. Kids will probably be quoting them later on down the line. They're coming up. And the other thing is that, like I said, several movies into it, it's still going strong. Yeah. They're going to be having festivals. I guarantee you. In the future,
I know that.
They're going to be having festivals that last for days where people watch all those movies all together. That movie, it is a bona fide classic series.
But that fan base, I definitely think it is a hybrid of the fans of the books and the fans of the movie series, which
I can see that.
I can see which
that.
makes it big. But yeah, just maybe it is.
My argument was that it's one of the best series out there right now. And as far as movies goes, that was my biggest argument. But I do think that
I always thought Lord of the Rings. I mean, as great as those films are, it's very rare that I hear anybody quoting Lord of the Rings or. Maybe it's the fact too.
Lord of the Rings is quoted. Now, I can't quote certain things because I'm not as big a fan as a lot of the people who are hardcore into it. Right. But that one is quoted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think with Star Wars,
one ring to rule them all. Right. Precious and I mean it.
But as far as like maybe with Star Wars, that kind of
how about you even quoted yourself? You shall not pass. I mean, it is very quotable.
I mean, South Park. Once they quote anything, it's it's a big deal. But as far as like just Star Wars is concerned, like when Star Wars came out, like I said. Everyone and their mothers was quoting that fucking film. Everyone had seen it. And when those action figures came out, those were a huge deal. Where when those action figures came out, every kid owned them. And it got to the point where our generation started buying those fucking figures again as soon as the re-releases came out. I mean, and then the one tragic thing about that series is when the prequels came out, I think it just kind of, once the quality of that series just went down the tubes, people just kind of realized that it was time to let go of their childhood.
Yeah, no, a lot of people did that. They're like, oh, fuck.
And, and they're pulling the shit like in that TV series Space, where you're burning your Star Wars toys at the fucking it's like the end of the Return of the Jedi.
Man, I mean, I think like I said, Star Wars is it's a totally different animal. I mean, it's not going to be exactly, but as far as popularity, and I mean, you're not going to have things replicate itself in a different age exactly the same way. Where something like Star Wars had action figures, Harry Potter has his books, and Harry Potter has this like paraphernalia.
I think Harry Potter has kind of the same fan base as I think Star Trek, honestly. As far as there are people who are dedicated to everything about that, they're very into it. Where Star Wars fan is a casual fan, you don't have to. You don't have to buy into that. That's an interesting point. Yeah, I mean, I could see them as like the new Star Trek fans more than the.
That's an interesting point, Cole. I can see that too. Yeah. I would like to hear what the people have to say. Then I mean,
I'm sure we'll get plenty of quotes.
Oh yeah, no, and that's a very good point. I mean, I'm not enough of a Harry Potter fan to know that, but and I'm not going to sit up here and argue with you just to be right.
No, I don't want to argue.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying you make a good point. I'm not going to sit up here and just be like, no. You know, it's like you actually brought up a good point. Like it could be compared to Star Trek fans. I still think like the impact is a little bit higher than that right now.
And I know it's very out there and it's very alive. I mean, part of me actually, I mean, I wish I could jump on that bandwagon and just be honest about being really into the whole fan lore of the whole thing, because it is exciting. You know, the one thing, I mean, I've talked to more people that have gotten me more pumped in the last couple of years about Harry Potter just because they're so excited about it. And I actually start to pay attention to some of those characters in their books. And I find things in that book that are interesting to me, and it gives me something to latch onto, because it is like a fun kind of, it's fun to be a part of something that's a big phenomenon like that. Because you don't ever want to be, I mean, for a while I was like, fuck that Harry Potter. I don't care about wizards and shit. But you realize what, you know, the joy and the people who are really into it are very enthusiastic, and that enthusiasm wins me over when somebody can tell me why they love it, and I latch on to something about.
Well, the only reason why I would say Harry Potter is bigger than Star Trek is because Star Trek just didn't seem as mainstream. Star Trek seemed, maybe, you know, with certain movies it is, but there was a very hardcore nerdy base for Star Trek.
Right.
I know people who are just everyday people who read Harry Potter. Right. That's why Harry Potter is so big, because you have just your everyday person who's reading that literature, and
which you can make the argument as far as if the literature was still there, it would have its fan base. But until those movies popped up, it wasn't as big. Like, if those movies didn't happen, I don't think the fan base would be as huge. I think the movies actually did help that fan base grow.
Oh yeah,
because it piqued people's interest in the property.
Well, a movie is more accessible than a book.
And it
of
just
course,
snowballed into what it is now.
Even before the movies came out, I had people telling me who I would not, you know, I mean, I'm not going to get I don't get as many people in the Star Trek saying, "Hey, you should check out this episode." I got people who were just telling me, "Hey, man, those Harry Potter books are good."
Right.
You know, and those are people who I never expected.
Fucking Cyrus. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
hanging out with Cyrus, the bar he used to work at. I remember one time he just came in to hang out, and he brought his whole fucking Harry Potter book collection. He just sat it down on the table, and I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, what's the deal? Why you bringing all your books to this bar? He was very enthusiastic. Come on. As far as telling me why he was into it, and I listened to him. I was like, I'm not really into wizards and shit like that, but that sounds kind of interesting. All right, and I would never have known at that point. I would never have known it would become the phenomenon it is today. And you know, I kind of envy him because he was there for the beginning of it, and you know, it's really cool when there's something you're into. It grows to a point where everyone falls in love with it. But then again, that could also be a bad thing.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking.
Like Metallica for me.
Well, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like Harry Potter is something that everyone has fallen in love with. I mean, you know, even you grocery store shopping people. I mean, and Cyrus will read anything with a fucking dragon or elf in it. Anyway, let's go.
Anyway, don't get me started on the Twilight books.
I'm not going to even. No, never going to even. He says, this is from Johnny. Johnny says, I heard a great story about a man who loved Jaws so much he got hypnotized so that the next time he saw Jaws, it was like the first time he had seen it in his mind. So it was removed from his memory.
What the
Now,
fuck?
I have told you a nice story.
Oh my God.
That's a story?
Who is this guy? Who's this guy telling the story? This guy's starting to trip me out. Is this Rod Serling?
That's the quickest story in the world. I know Rod Serling from the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I was like, what?
A man saw Jaws for the first time that he became hypnotized to see it for the first time in his mind.
I was like, oh shit.
He had just entered the Jaws zone. But could you imagine
fuck?
Hey Dad, tell me a story.
Yeah.
There was a guy who wanted to watch Jaws for the first time in his mind. The end. Now I have just told you a nice story. I like the way he said, I just told you a nice story.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was a nice story because it wasn't interesting. The question is, what film would you have removed from your memory so you could experience seeing it again for the first time? That's kind of an interesting.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, no, that is. That's a good question, man. Mine would be Crank. Thank you guys and keep up the good work. Long live Spill, he says. That's an interesting creative question right there.
That is
Johnny.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is.
A little creepy, but good.
Yeah, one movie that I would want to see for the first time again, have it wiped from my mind. This is a cliche answer for me, but I'm going back to movies that I've seen.
Yeah.
That I remember seeing it, and it was like, wow. I'll name 2 movies for you. I'll name 3 movies for you. Pulp Fiction, City of God, Training Day, Pinocchio.
Damn, it's more than 2.
Okay. I'm stupid. I can't do that.
Every movie I've ever seen.
Beauty and the Beast. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I'll only do 2.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'll add that to my list.
That's mine too.
That's
a
good one.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2.
That's a good one.
Empire Strikes Back. And
The Matrix.
The
Matrix blew me away when I first. Oh, you didn't like The Matrix when you first saw it. I remember that.
I thought it was okay. Only because I was aware of all the influences that it got its ideas from. So, but that's me. I know. I appreciated it the more the later down the road, the more I watched it, until those fucking stupid sequels came out. Unbreakable.
Unbreakable's a good one.
I had a great time watching that film only because I had no fucking clue what that movie was about, and yeah, you heard me talk about it before. When I realized it was almost like a superhero origin film, I was like, wow, that was fucking cool. I even laughed because it pissed off an old lady who was there who thought she'd get to visit more Ghost again. So, she's like, God damn it, what the hell was that all
Sixth
about?
Sense would be another one for me. That one blew me away
you know
when
what?
I saw it.
Yes, Sixth Sense, only because some fucking prick fucking working the goddamn fucking popcorn machine, that fucking piece of shit. He should have been fucking scrubbing toilets instead of outside talking about the goddamn ending of the fucking movie. That shithead. If I was working at that theater, I would have kicked his fucking ass out of the goddamn theater.
Oh, Leon ruined. He was on.
God damn it, Leon!
Leon was
him
in a
and that
review.
whole goddamn Leog ruined half the fucking movies out.
No, a long time ago. Because I was going to say one for me would be Fight Club.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Leon ruined that?
He ruined that for me. He ruined that for somebody else. But that one was
I would have had to punch him in the fucking
We did a
face
review where he was Leon, and he doesn't realize this.
No,
I don't know what he's. Have you seen him?
He's one of those guys like, you're about to tell me the ending, Leon. Please don't tell me. Well, let me just tell you with this one part. I have a friend like him and another buddy of mine who they always pull that shit where you're like, you're about to tell me the end. I know where you're going because you've done it before. He's like, no. I'm going to tell you a part that it doesn't mean anything. He dies at the end. You motherfucker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, Leon goes into a trance.
He fucking
and he does it. How many movies have you seen where he like just gave away the end because he was just
retarded.
He was talking and he did not stop. Like he kept going and kept going and he almost got out of control.
It's like he has to breathe and you're like, no, please don't stop.
And my friend Adam is still pissed at him to this day. He's like, you fucking ruined the ending of the movie Fight Club. That is a twist. And you said it to all these people on this show. Yeah. And he didn't even know. And Leon, we tell him this all the time. It's like, man, you've got to stop ruining the end of the movie.
He's like, nah.
What am I doing? He gets offended. He's like,
that movie's been out for a week. If they didn't see it already, then fuck them.
What? No, the movie, like, our movie's been out for 24 hours. You know, I'm like, fuck it. And he's like,
it just came out today. Hey, if they didn't see it now, then they don't deserve to see it. All right, fuck them.
It's like you got to grab him. You know, he's like, and then what happens? And then at this point, that's when the character is revealed to be like,
I love Leon to fucking death, but there's times I'm like, all right, that's cool. I'm gonna watch it. No, but I'm like, no, that's cool. I'm gonna watch it.
You got to stop.
No, that's cool. I'm gonna watch it. I'm like,
you got to bunk him across the.
And I just close. Yeah, I just fucking shut off my goddamn hearing.
You got him
and another buddy of mine who fucking it's like he's winning a prize every time he tells you the ending of something that you want to see. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna get laid after you tell me the fucking ending of this fucking movie. Stop, please, just stop.
Yeah, you got.
It's not a big deal. They tell you in the first 5 minutes of the film, and you're like, no, they don't.
Oh yeah, no. You're like, some people just don't want to know. Like, I was telling him, say, man, stop. All right, just stop. You got to have a tranquilizer gun ready for Leon
Shut
and
the
people like
fuck
that.
up.
Yeah, exactly. And then at this point,
yeah, exactly.
Get him out of here.
Some fucking wheel cart his fucking ass out.
Dump him in the middle of the sidewalk. Huh? All right, we're gonna read one more.
Tie that motherfucker up to the toilet so he'll learn a lesson.
Like he wakes up.
He has to learn.
He wakes up like in a saw environment himself, and that little puppet comes on a tricycle.
Yeah.
You want to play a game?
Yeah.
If you can talk about this movie without revealing the end, you will survive. He'd have to saw his own leg off. He's like,
damn.
either don't reveal the end of this movie or saw your own leg off. He's like, Leon, might as well go ahead and get started.
Oh, God.
And then at the end of Fight Club,
I must tell my last words will be the end of this fucking. He had a vagina. No. Oh my God. I feel bad for that guy with the Fight Club. I'd have to tie him up to the goddamn toilet and knock him out, and then in the morning I'd pee on him to wake him up.
He'd pee in the back of his head, like that kid, like Punk Friend the other day.
Damn. Sorry,
right, we got one more
Leon.
email
We love
here.
you.
I know we love you, Leon. But you got to control your shit.
Yeah.
You know what
Shut
you do.
the fuck up. Oh, I want to get shit for this later.
Oh, we are.
I'm not going to be invited to the next Leo.
You know what's going to happen. Because you know Leon loves to comment. You're going to see that afro against that blue screen.
This whole show is about me. I should get a check.
I'm glad y'all got enough mileage out of me to make a whole show. I should get royalties for this. Or some haircut products.
Pay Leon not to tell you the fucking end of a movie. He'll still tell you.
We should make a podcast with him where he reveals the end of every fucking movie. Like the spoiler show.
I know. We should record everything he says and then like a year just to give out all the spoilers, what could have happened.
You just leave him in front of a microphone, have him talk about a movie. Because he can't even tell you, like when I say, okay, Leon, tell us about this movie. He gives you the abridged plot of the movie from the beginning. And then at this point,
and there's a twist in here that I didn't even see coming out, but I'm going
to give it away anyway.
Because it's the best part of the film.
I didn't see coming, but you will, because I'm about to tell you what it is right now.
The whole reason you should see this film.
Leon, and he gonna laugh because right now he's listening and he's shaking his head.
I just love it that he tells you it's like he's doing you a favor. Like he's actually like he's letting you open up your presents early for Christmas. Like, no,
like hearing his version is better than the movie.
I know, exactly.
Let me act it out for you.
It's not going to be as good as the film, but let me tell you.
Yeah. No, my version is better. See, look, I'm gonna do it in pantomime for you. Look, watch this.
Oh my God. Leon, I'm sending you a royalty check.
I know, yeah. We'll send you $5 and a hamburger.
Yes, a McRib.
A McRib.
There you go. I snuck it in. I'm sorry.
All right, we got one more email here from Jonesy. Jonesy. He says, I have one hell of a question for you.
Oh, boy.
This better be good, dude.
Yeah.
He says, because of all the three-dimensional films that have been taking place in recent years that have become huge success stories, such as Transformers, Star Trek, and Terminator Salvation.
Those are three-dimensionals?
This guy must be from a foreign country because he's labeling this shit is like weird. Because I'm reading the sentence, the grammar is kind of weird.
We'll let it slide.
No, he's from the United States. So, because the way I'm reading, like I read this, like the three-dimensional film, such as this, and this. You're waiting for when you say such as, you're waiting for something after that.
Right.
There's a period. It just stops. Such as you can say such as this, and this. Do you think? Yeah. No, there's a period.
It's a cliffhanger.
Such as
fucking
this,
question.
And this, period. He goes on to say, now my question is, such as, blah, blah, blah. Question is.
He had to take a piss break.
He forgot where he left off.
He had to take a shit. Period. I'll come back to this later, after my shit.
Such as.
I got to make it nice.
All right, now my question is, has the human element that once was in many films dealing along this subject matter been replaced by the convince of computers? Now, this is words. He says convince.
No, to a brain twister.
To a point where...
Oh, my God. Is this Leon fucking with us?
This motherfucking wording is crazy, man.
Is he in the next room?
He's like talking about to the point by the convince of computers.
Answer this, you fucking bitches. I'll tell you the ending of Transformers 2, motherfucker. Fucking Christmas is coming early for your ass.
Leon would be a horror movie in himself.
Yeah.
The spoiler.
Exactly.
That motherfucker coming from the shadows talking. And if you look beyond the third act of the film, what happens is, no.
And in the last moments of your life. What? Don't tell me that. Hey, calm down.
See Leon coming out the fog.
Oh, my God.
All right, back to the
Yes. It's the next Iron Man villain.
The spoiler.
Yeah, the spoiler. Hanging out with Whiplash.
It's like he,
fucking
you
Mickey
know what?
Rourke.
He'll ruin the whole movie. Everybody. He like instead of like the movie ending, Leon turns to the audience and says, "And now at this point, what happens is
You don't get to see the ending.
you don't get to see the ending."
They should have fucking put Leon at the end of fucking No Country for Old Men. He's like, now at the end of this movie, let me tell you what happened. It's crazy. There's a gun battle. Our hero, he gets it. He gets shot on his left breast.
Leon's the real villain in the movie. Like he steps in front of what's his name, and the villain in the movie says,
Yeah.
Move out the way. See what happens is here at this point.
Cut. Everybody listen. Let me tell you what happens.
Everybody be like, what?
I can tell you this fucking ending better than the fucking director can show it.
The spoiler.
Yes.
That motherfucker comes out with an S on his chest.
You are one privileged ass motherfucker to hear it from my lips. Consider your ass blessed. Church of Leon.
That motherfucker, he can't.
About to bust some knowledge on your ass.
I'm just laughing because he's got a mental illness. He can't even see it.
No,
He don't even know he's doing it. He goes into a trance when he talks about movies.
They put him in the medical books for that one.
People, this is real. It ain't no joke. When he's talking about movies, he goes into hypnosis. He's going to tell you about
spoileritis.
The whole movie. Yes. If there was a disease, it's spoileritis. He has it. I'm sure you have friends who have spoileritis out there.
Yeah. Oh, I got two of them.
Please, why don't you help us? Give us money to help solve spoileritis.
You're telling me the ending. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. No. You're telling me the ending. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on. Do you know I'm here?
Jonesy right now is like, my fucking question.
My question, bitch. Get to it.
I'm sorry. I just started thinking about Leon again.
Job and read the question. That's why you're here for my entertainment. Dance, monkey.
Dance, monkey, dance. Okay. By the convincing computer to a point where imagination has just gone out with trying to put any effort in making these realities they are selling us more believable. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. Now that I have told you a good story, I want to know what you think.
I like it.
I don't think at all. But fuck you. No,
good question.
Look, I will say that to a certain point, and I don't think it's any different from what special effects used to be. Special effect, you have special effects movies where they are the star of the film, and a lot of effort isn't put on character because they know what kind of movies they are.
Right.
I will say that special effects have become to advance to the point where they are the star of the movie. You mentioned Transformers, yes. Jonesy boy, and I do think that they were so impressed with those robots that story was just fucking stupid.
Right. It was written on the fly, wasn't it? I mean,
it is one of those movies that like, hey, we got robots.
Yeah, we got robots, so let's just fucking write some shit around it, and we'll have our main action sequences, and then we'll write some kind of
I'm sorry, people.
Story around that. Well,
I'm not arguing that.
Be about.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that Transformers isn't fun. I'm not arguing that
it's what it is.
Yeah, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
All right, I guarantee. I would even like. I would dare say you put Michael Bay up against the wall while he's counting the $75 million and say, "Hey, man, you got paid $75 million for this shit. You know it's stupid."
Yeah, I'd love to ask Michael Bay what Transformers was about. And he'll kind of question.
He'll tell you about.
It's about making fucking money. That's what it was about.
Yeah, exactly. It's about $75 million, bitch.
In my pocket, yeah. Your heroes, fucking Optimus Prime, Megatron. I own those motherfuckers.
It's about
my heroes now.
It's about robots crashing into each other, making me $75 million. You
shit.
hoe. Get the fuck out of my face. You'd be like Mike Tyson on you.
Exactly.
I'll eat your asshole alive. It's $75 million, bitch. Get out of here.
Fuck you, make you love me.
I'll make you love me, you white hoe.
Yeah, I know.
And I'll be like, I'm black, man.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah,
but no, man. Look,
Michael Bay, I salute you.
I tell you what,
flag.
I've always your phallic penis flag, saluting your own dick.
Yeah.
No, man. Listen, where special effects have really taken its toll, making movies worse is horror films.
Yeah,
horror films where they would work better when you don't see what's happening. Mm-hmm. People say, "Fuck it, you know what? We got a CG effect here. We want to use it." Yeah. And really, there's nothing creepy that much about a CG effect.
No.
I'm sorry.
We're all aware of the illusion.
Yeah.
So it's not. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So.
If you really, a lot of people forget that horror, suspense is a lot of that is left to the mind. Once you start showing us your clever monster and your CG effect, then see Cloverfield. You never got to see the whole monster.
Right.
That's why I love that movie, man. People say, why'd you get that better than Sex? Because it was a great experience. It was a great take on a monster flick.
Right.
Making me feel like I was in it.
It was something very original that you just
and
you,
my actor,
you would never. I mean, it's like, wow, this is if Godzilla were attacking the city. This is. From my perspective, this is how it would probably look.
Feel,
because I don't want to hang out with that motherfucker all the time.
No.
I'm not going to be running to see what Godzilla is fucking tearing up. I'm going to try to run away.
Get the
and if
fuck
I
out,
happen to see him in the corner of my eye, that's how I'm going to see him.
You ain't going to try and see what... You're going to stop and be like,
that's the one guy
shit.
I don't want to hang out with.
You're going to be like, wait a minute, let me stop, y'all. Wait, I want to get a good look and see what he looks like in complete fashion. You know, I'm like, no, I'm getting the fuck out. And in Cloverfield, through that whole movie, they never showed you the whole creature in one shot. We got bits and pieces to put together. Yeah. And I admired that movie for that.
I'll give you another example. A movie I saw in London that I was so happy because it definitely lived up to my expectation. Drag Me to Hell. As much as that is truly a haunted house film just because of the fucking terror that girl experienced with fucking shadows, things moving around. The sound effects were the star of that show. I mean, and it fucking
You never
worked.
saw a whole creature.
No, and it worked. I mean, it was great. I mean, and that's what I loved about it. And Sam Raimi still fucking has it. So if you haven't seen that movie, go fucking see it, people. I know it's like number 7.
There you go. No. It was the wrong time to release that movie.
It's a great film. But anyway, good example.
People, that's it, man.
That's over. It's over.
It's over. Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait! Here comes Leon. Tell you how it is. It's over.
And they wrap up with a question about special effects in Cloverfield, and that's the end.
Here comes the goat with a goddamn guitar that nobody likes.
I know. You know what? We gave Goatsy a break this week, but don't think that's the end. You know, for a few
he'll
weeks,
always be around in spirit. We may not bring him up all the time.
We may not bring him up all, but don't be surprised if one week Goatsy comes in.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah. So he ain't here this week, you know. Because we don't like to wear things out. Like that's why you don't hear.
Yeah. When I hear it, I was like, you know what? I think that's a legitimate complaint. Only because you get after a while you're like, let's just do the show and like we do this because it's fun. But and there's times when we'll bring it up because we just want to because we're in the mood to do it. Well, but it doesn't have to be in all. We don't want it. We are not. Our intent is not to make you sick of our fucking. No,
and people, we never intended to do that every week.
No, not at all.
We just have fun with it. And we knew that we would stop at some point.
Retarded.
Yeah, we knew we wouldn't do it every week, but it's like, hey, is it something that happens? It'll come back up. Like every week, you don't hear us say, "Oh, the name of this email part is fuck your thoughts." You don't hear us repeating catchphrases and shit. Nah,
we're learning as we go along. So hey,
so in other words, fuck
feel
you.
Feel glad that you're fucking able to listen to us.
So people, that's it. That is it.
It's over.
That is over. So Spill Party in August 22nd. We will be at Comic-Con July 23rd to the 26th. Let's try to get Spill members there, someplace we can have some drinks, have some food and whatnot. Yeah. And we will see you next week, I guess. If Leon doesn't kill us first.
We fucking, if he doesn't beat us over the head with the comic book. Hopefully we'll be here.
Good night, everybody.
See you later, sucker.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!